everyone, and welcome to another Sovereign Citizen Saturday. How's everyone doing? No buffering today. It's not allowed. No buffering. For those who don't know, I tried to do this stream on Thursday, and there were some crazy tech issues with, I don't know if it was Twitch, or if it was the, streaming app I use. Jesus, what am I, a Zoomer? It's a program. Not every program is an app. Anyway, Judge Outfit won today, in which was second place, so this seemed appropriate. How's it going, everyone? Cameron, James Wilson, from Power Inherent in the People, the sovereign citizen we've covered before, has sent me a, let's be kind and call it, a legal cease and desist. And, like all legal geniuses, he served me this cease and desist in the most legitimate way possible. Via Discord. He just added me on Discord and posted it in the Discord. Not even like DM. He didn't DM me. He posted it just in general chat and added me. That's not a legal service, but whatever, it's fine. It's just a cease and desist. It's not like a formal whatever. So, we're going to be taking a look at this. We're going to look at some other stuff first, but we will be taking a look at this cease and desist today. As we all know, I am legally Hannah Reloaded, aka Hannah Last Name. So that's good. Okay, but before we get into that, we have all sorts of other sovereign citizen stuff. It should be good. If you want to help, in case he's going to sue me, I will have to hire a lawyer, who I'm sure could deal with it quick, but if you want to help out with a potential lawyer fund, use the tip link. If you want to help support the stream, you can always become a subscriber on Twitch, a member on YouTube, or gift subs and memberships respectively. Other than that, let's jump into it, shall we? I don't think I missed anything in chat. Oh, Altered Undying said, bits for the Bits Queen, bits and subs for my lady Hannah. I'll be impressed if anyone gets the second reference. Mr. Blast might. I don't think he's here right now. I didn't get it, though. Let's see. Let's jump into it. You saw a glimpse of Marcel. Oh, we can do Marcel's thing real quick. It's not that big of a deal. It's just kind of funny. You guys know how he moved into the new office, like, 3 months ago? He's moving out already. I don't know why. Y'all know how he is.
Hey guys, just doing a moving out video, so just getting ready to pack everything up. We're just going to do a final tour goodbye to go ahead and move on to the next chapter, full automation, you guys. So, all this is getting packed up. This is just a farewell tour. I'm about to...
Thank you, Lilac Rosenberg. I did get the link for that.
Put all of these into the bags. Pack everything up, get it ready, movers ready for tomorrow. And again, as you guys know, I've been staying in the office here, and I need an actual home. It's been 2 years since I had
He's still gonna pack up the fuck Trudeau sign, and I guarantee he's going to put it up at his new place, even though Trudeau hasn't been the prime minister for a bit now. Oh, I forgot to say, there's P.O. Box stuff. Thank you to whoever sent me Gone with the Wind. It's the 75th anniversary edition. And fun fact, this movie is so long that it's on 2 DVDs. There's disc 1, the movie part 1, the movie part 2. The whole thing fits on 1 Blu-ray, of course, but kind of funny. So thank you whoever sent that. That one didn't have a note. Now, more apt for this stream is this gift from adventuresin.net, which is an incredible gift. You guys know how we have Black's Law Dictionary 5th edition? Now we have 12th edition. Adventuresin.net, thank you for buying me in chat Black's Law Dictionary 12th edition. This is the most up-to-date version. This is the current Black's Law Dictionary. So anytime a sovereign citizen's like, a 3rd edition of Black's Law Dictionary says, we can be like, bitch, this is what it says now. So that's good. That's a good upgrade. Thank you, adventuresin.net, for this incredible boon to the channel. Very exciting. I've looked through it already. It's good stuff. It's good stuff. And yes, the definitions of driver are obviously completely anathema to the sovereign citizen belief system. Halloween Town. What do you want me to look up in Black's Law Dictionary, Volume 12? Let me know, Halloween Town.
Had a bath last night. Was my first bath. So yeah, so
Hats off, Phoenix. What do you want me to wear?
I'm just packing
Random
up all this stuff.
definition.
I'm gonna pack up all the stairs.
Random definition. Okay, let me look. Conflict of laws, a difference between the laws of different states or countries in a case in which a transaction or occurrence central to the case has a connection to two or more jurisdictions. We did it. Kitty judge. Okay. Where did I put those dang cat ears?
Stuff, wall sconces, everything. And I'm also doing this video because we're going to end it off with sharing Exhibit song Kingmaker, because that's literally what we are for you guys. So within that, packing all this up, as you can see, I've already started removing the wall tiles from the wall. Gonna take that down, take all of.
He's taking his audio foam. Literally, I think he used that room like 3 times. He built a podcast studio and maybe used it thrice. I don't know. I don't get it. That counts.
This, get everything packed up, and here we go, you guys. So he
went he.
I share this under fair use.
Marcel's idea of Marcel thinks that fair use is like a ward spell that you cast, where if you just say the words fair use, you can play whatever you want for any duration, for any reason, without any commentary or critique. He just thinks he can just be like, fair use, you can't stop me. He'll just play full, like, music videos with no commentary. Just bizarre.
Song, feel it.
Alright, we don't need to watch more of that video. I just wanted to point out, Marcel's moving already. Kinda odd. But what are you gonna do? That's Marcel. Alright, let's take a look at this court video. This is from Michigan.
Already did.
Oh, this is courtesy of the channel Facts or Frauds, by the way.
It's up. They're muted.
Your screen name is Alendra Johnson. Is that your name?
No, I am Alina Waters, representative, authorized representative for the trust.
The very
We're
real
going
trust.
to rename you so we don't lose you. And we'll change it to WA. And we're going to need to put you back in the waiting room, but you'll be back under a name that we recognize. So we know you're here, and you're about 15 minutes early, which is wonderful. If the officer comes in early, then we could start early if you're both here. We can't start early without both of you here.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Here we have. We have Ms. Waters and we have Ms.
Hey,
Spangler.
Polly has his
And
cracker. How's
this
it going?
is 25P139786. People of the City of Royal Oak versus Alina Lee Waters. Ms. Waters, you've been cited for a parking violation of parking head in on Washington with a parking where
It's over a parking ticket, too. Just pay the ticket, man.
that is prohibited. All the parking has to be backing into those spaces. Are you here to admit or to deny responsibility, or to admit with an explanation?
Deny.
Okay, if you raise your right hand,
For the
please.
record, I'm
For the
not.
record, please raise your right hand.
Mhm.
You swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give in this matter will be the truth.
I affirm.
Yes.
Okay. And the officer will testify first, please.
This violation occurred on May the 23rd at about 11 minutes after noon. It was at 608 South Washington. That is an area that is heavily marked as being back in only, and the vehicle was parked facing forward in. There are various ways to see that. Some are on the pictures. There's signs in the middle of the road. There's signs on the side of the road on taller
Sparg, Mr.
posts.
Duck Sauce.
There's notification on the back of every bollard and meter. And when somebody does go to pay at the meter, the first screen also reminds people that they must be backed in. So this vehicle was not backed in, which is why I issued a ticket.
Like, I don't like to back into spots either, but if there was a spot that was back in only, I'd just find a different spot.
Ms. Waters?
I am here as authorized representative for the trust, so I'd like for that to be noted. It's not Miss Waters, it's for the trust, and I sent you the
He hasn't sued me yet. He says he's gonna if I don't agree to his terms, but we'll deal with it once we get to that section.
document which states
Your name is Ms. Waters.
I am the trustee.
We're here as the trustee of your trust.
Correct. I am Alina Waters. I want that on record. And if we're gonna proceed, and she has pictures.
Yeah.
Sounds like extortion, doesn't it?
We're going to proceed.
I didn't say that. Just a peach with $5 tip. Or a $5 super chat says, hello from Seattle. I'm here for a wedding. Sorry I'm late. No, don't need to be sorry. You're doing something. Thanks for the super chat.
I
Please
need
go
to,
ahead. Ma'am?
if we are proceeding, I need discovery. If she has pictures, I need discovery. I need the same thing that she has.
I don't think there's generally discovery for, like, parking ticket things. That's more a thing in, like, civil or criminal law.
You were there to see it all, man.
I think you would need to more before the actual trial do some sort of like FOIA request if they had photos or anything. It would also be helpful in the scenario if you had taken photos. Like if you got a ticket and you did back in, which is what she's claiming, take a picture of that and be like, see, I was backed in. Now, if the officer has pictures of the opposite, that would probably just show that you backed out, you know, and like fixed it to take a picture, but like presumably the officer saw you parked the other direction.
Who?
You were there to see it.
There are pictures of me there?
Are you denying that you were there?
I've already denied for the record.
Responsibility for the civil infraction. Are you denying
Correct,
being
and
there?
I am asking for discovery, as is my right under anything, including a parking violation. Am I correct?
Again, I could be wrong. Maybe the judge will say otherwise, but I don't think you get discovery and stuff like this.
No, you are not correct.
There you go.
I'm not due discovery on a parking violation?
You haven't properly filed for discovery.
My documents are on the record. You had them the very last time.
And the records are not reflective of reality that you've provided.
No, you didn't miss it, Moth Sloth. Phoenix says, from now on, I'll only be addressed as Phoenix-2250:LLC TM, copyrighted and restricted. That goes for you and chat, and I will sue if you don't address me as such. All right, I just won't address you.
A statement saying that you're entitled to a contract, and then you cite a statute that deals with the statute of frauds.
The motion for specific discovery is on the record, is it not?
I don't know that if you'd say it's on the record. It is in the file. You said that you served it personally by mail and by fax, I believe, that one of those three did get through. I have seen your motion. I have read your motion, and I have denied your motion. You can proceed.
I need discovery. If she has
Not-
pictures and anything else, then I need to see that as well, as is my right.
Sparkle Spectra, thanks for following.
Also, St.
It is
Clair
not your right.
Matthews, you cannot ticket a trust. And that is clearly
That's
true.
not true either, man. The
Mm.
car was ticketed. The trust owns the car. You say.
And it is trust property. Meaning the trust is been ticketed.
Even if it was, even if a trust owned a car, which isn't really what's going on here. In fairness, she may have put her car into some sort of trust and have the ownership not necessarily under herself as like a person, but like within a trust. But that doesn't change the fact that the rules of the road and traffic and parking stuff still applies. A lot of sovereign citizens will put their cars into a trust because then they think that it doesn't need to have a license and stuff. Of course, none of that's true. But it doesn't do anything. None of the stuff they're claiming, at least.
Ticketed.
The car was ticketed.
The car.
The trust owns the car. The owner of the car is responsible for parking tickets.
Which is the
that
trust.
are received.
I do not own that vehicle.
The trust does.
Exactly.
Are you the fiduciary of the trust? Because that would mean that you're the person who's here to deal with this matter. The car still got the ticket, though.
So
What's
this
your point?
I'm asking for discovery. If
No,
there are pictures.
ma'am,
I feel like we're going around in a circle here.
the testimony is clear.
It's like talking to an action figure that only has like 3 different action phrases.
There are signs in
I
the
need discovery. It's owned by the trust. I'm a representative.
middle of the street directing
Are
back in
there
parking
pictures?
only. The officer testified. She testified that the requirement to back in only is on the screen that's on the meter. She testified that it's on the sign prohibiting head-in parking is also on the poles that the meters are
I
on.
did hear that.
And any vertical surface has it.
I was not
If
driving.
you want to
the vehicle.
contest
I did
that, you
not
can go
park
look.
the vehicle. So this is why I'm asking for discovery.
This is, ma'am, it's irrelevant.
When is discovery ever irrelevant if she has something I don't have? Both
But
parties.
it's not as to a material fact. And if you wanted to,
Paradona wants me to look up driver in our brand new Black's Law Dictionary 12th edition. I think it's apt that that's one of the first ones people picked. Halloween Town had the first one. Let's see. Driver.
Yeah, it is.
dispute the fact that there, are you disputing the fact that there's signage?
Yes, it was Adventures in .net that got me the new one. Thank you very much again, Adventures in .net.
No, I'm disputing the fact that I don't have all of the same information that she claims that
Ma'am,
she has, so that
Let's
I
talk about what you need. Are you disputing the fact that there is signage on Washington requiring back-in parking?
I wouldn't know because I haven't seen it, so I need to see the pictures.
Well, then you're not prepared for today. It's the finding of the court that you're responsible. The officer's testimony is uncontroverted. The fine is $50.
Oh, this was over $50? I wouldn't have even shown up. That's not worth my time. Why would I even want to go and talk to a judge and not just pay the $50? What the fuck? All this over $50? What the fuck? Okay, driver. Oh, I bet SovCits will love this. Driver, someone who steers and propels a vehicle. Someone who steers and propels a vehicle. You can't get much more simple than that, can ya? The other definitions are someone who herds animals, or a piece of software that allows a computer to work with another piece of hardware, such as a mouse or printer. Officer, I'm not driving. I'm not a piece of software that allows a computer to work with another piece of hardware. I didn't propel it, the engine did. I was just gonna say, I can imagine them being like, is this a Flintstones car? I'm not propelling this. The gasoline is.
You can pay it online or by mail, or you can drop by the courthouse and pay it. We are done.
Hey, Fenry.
What's your P number?
Figure it out.
That is probably publicly available information.
Oh,
My P number is 29798.
2979 what?
8.
H as in happy?
No,
The number 8, as in turn it around on its side, and that's how long I feel like I've been here listening to you.
8 as in between 7 and 9.
Thank you very much.
With all the aggression and violence around, don't you think that society could do with a few more cowards?
Yes.
Cowards. Yes, cowards.
I like Max Headroom. All right, let's see what's next. Oh, here's a sovereign citizen who's very upset that judges know who they are now.
Slur. Justice without labels. Why sovereign citizen is a dangerous slur, not a legal argument.
Sovereign citizen is a slur now. Just call me Dog the Bounty Hunter then, because I'm going to use it a lot.
Introduction. A growing legal concern. In courtrooms across the United States, a subtle yet dangerous practice has taken root. Litigants raising valid legal questions, often regarding commercial remedies, constitutional rights, or due process, are being silenced with a single label, sovereign citizen.
Guys, you're sovereign citizens. It's descriptive of your pseudo-legal arguments. People know the stuff that you say. It's incorrect. It's easier to have a label for that than to take 30 minutes explaining to you, hey, we know about all your beliefs about jurisdiction and the government being a corporation and the legal fiction and the straw man and your trust account that you believe exists. That's bullshit. That's a known pseudo-legal conspiracy theory belief system that you fall under, so it becomes easy to express all of that with one simple label. If you don't want people calling you sovereign citizens, stop being a sovereign citizen. I don't know what else to tell you.
This phrase is more than a buzzword. It's been used to stigmatize, defame, and dismiss parties
It's not defamatory because it's true.
before their arguments are even
Also, you should be stigmatized for being, frankly, incredibly wrong and annoying everyone with your wrongness.
heard. At SPC University, we believe in empowering people with the knowledge of their rights
SPC University.
and the tools to assert them lawfully. That includes knowing how to recognize and defend against courtroom tactics that violate due process, the weaponization of language in law. Sovereign citizen has become a weaponized label, deployed not as a legal classification, but as a prejudicial slur used to imply extremism, fraud, or criminality.
I don't know if it implies fraud or criminality inherently. Fraud has intent usually. There's like a mens rea of like, you are deceiving people. So I don't think it's fraud, generally speaking, except for some of the gurus that know it's bullshit and just sell the programs anyway. It's more just descriptive of you are a person with a specific subset classification of beliefs that are recognized as incorrect and legally nonsensical, right? That's basically what it's saying. You're the one putting all these other descriptors on there. I wouldn't disagree that the connotation isn't great, but like the connotations of a lot of labels aren't great. Cult, for instance, has pretty negative connotations, but if you wind up in a cult, don't be surprised when people point it out. Nikagami says, so Hulk Hogan died Thursday, ironically on the 10-year anniversary of him being publicly outed as a racist. And of course, there's a ton of assholes coming out of the woodwork to shame people for trying to remind everyone what a piece of shit he was. In the lead up to the SmackDown to honor him totally authentically, every black superstar was posting how he was definitely a good guy, as if racism was his only problem. Great.
Courts and government agencies have no legal basis for using this term as a substitute for argument or evidence. Let's be clear.
They're not using it as a substitute for argument or evidence. No one ever said they were doing that. They label something, and then they, if you have legal things to say, are going to either uphold it or deny it. That doesn't mean that they're denying it based on the fact that they're calling you a sovereign citizen. They're denying your legal arguments based on the fact that they're nonsensical. And because they're nonsensical, in the way that sovereign citizen arguments are, you're being labeled a sovereign citizen. You kind of have it backwards. You think that they're denying your arguments because they think you're a sovereign citizen, when in fact you're a sovereign citizen because of the kinds of arguments you're making. It's descriptive, not prescriptive.
There is no statute, rule, or court doctrine that defines or validates the term sovereign citizen. Yet, once this label is used in a courtroom,
it's colloquial. It's a colloquial term. It wouldn't surprise me if the next edition of Black's Law Dictionary had it in there, though. It's a big, I'm not going to say it happens like everywhere all the time, but it's common enough where it wouldn't surprise me if it finds its way in the dictionary at some point. Consonant J, thanks for 25 months, says, Hannah, are you going to see that new Nick Offerman movie? I don't know if it's playing anywhere near me. I think it has a pretty small theatrical release, but I am going to watch it, and I plan on getting the Blu-ray someday when it comes out, because it looks really good. For those that don't know, Nick Offerman and Jacob Tremblay are starring in a movie called Sovereign, which is a retelling of a true event. You may have seen the video, maybe not, where some sovereign citizens got pulled over, and I believe the son came out with a gun and shot the cops, and he and the dad killed some cops. It's a whole thing. So there's like a movie of it now. And I've seen some scenes from it on YouTube, and it looks quite well acted. I like Jacob Tremblay, and I like the other guy. So hope it's good.
It has devastating consequences. It poisons the record. It creates judicial bias. It deprives the litigant of a fair and impartial hearing.
Can you explain what bias it imparts and why you believe it imparts that particular bias? Because everything I feel like you're going to say is going to be based in the material facts of the things that you believe, and that's not bias, that's them recognizing the things you believe. You want me to look up posse comitatus? I don't think that's in there, but I'll take a look.
What federal courts have actually said. Federal case law is unequivocal. Courts must evaluate legal claims based on merit, not stereotypes. Use of the term sovereign citizen.
I would agree, but I would argue that that's the label that your arguments fall under, is their sovereign citizen arguments. They're a classification of argument that you believe. It's a definition of what you think jurisprudence is, basically.
To discredit a litigant's argument does not relieve the court of the duty to evaluate the claims on their merits. U.S. versus Phillips. Judicial integrity requires neutral evaluation of pleadings without prejudice based on identity or perceived affiliations. Caperton versus Massey. Even the appearance of bias violates due process. Offit versus U.S. The courts have spoken. Labels are not law. Legal and
they're not ruling based on labels, they're ruling on the law. The label is incidental and a descriptor of the specific kind of beliefs you hold that qualify your legal arguments.
Ethical violations. Injecting the term sovereign citizen into a pleading without sworn admission or factual foundation is not neutral. It's abuse of process, violating multiple legal standards. Rule 11b(1) of the Federal Rules of Civil Procedure, improper purpose. Rule 11b(3), lack of evidentiary support. 28 U.S.C. 1927, multiplying proceedings unreasonably and vexatiously.
Vexatiously. It doesn't look like that's in here. Let's see something around the area. Possessory claim. Title to public land held by a claimant who has filed a declaratory statement but has not paid for the land.
First, this label can qualify as defamation per se under civil law, especially when used by government actors under color of law. Real-world impact.
Benekagami says, I'm willing to accept sovereign citizen as a slur, much like Karen is. Here's the thing, like with Karens, not all slurs are created equal, and their presence isn't an indication of legal impropriety. I don't agree that it's a slur in any way, shape, or form. I'm gonna fix that light. Be right back.
Prejudice in practice. Using this term implies criminal behavior, domestic extremism, anti-government ideology. Yet none of these assumptions
I would argue that sovereign citizens generally do have an anti-government ideology, but I don't know if it's necessarily implied specifically by the label.
are supported in court unless facts and evidence are presented. Still, thousands of pro se litigants have their cases derailed by nothing more than name calling. This is not justice. This is judicial profiling.
That's funny that they think it was derailed by the judge calling them a sovereign citizen and not their sovereign citizen stuff.
SBC University.
It can't be my bad arguments. It must be the name he called me. That's why I lost.
His position. At SBC University, we do not promote unlawful behavior or political extremism. We teach our students how to navigate the Uniform Commercial Code, how to assert contractual and constitutional rights legally, how to engage with the court system respectfully and effectively. And we demand
Jamie
that courts
Nexo,
treat
thanks for
every
following.
individual with dignity, neutrality, and fairness, regardless of what claims they bring or what terminology they use. Action steps for litigants. If you're ever labeled a sovereign citizen in court, here's what you can do. Number 1, file a motion to strike the term from the record. Number 2, demand evidentiary proof if the label is used by opposing counsel. Number 3,
Sure, okay. Here's the general idea of what a sovereign citizen is. Here's the 13 things you said that fall under it.
cite federal case law affirming your right to be heard on the merits. Number 4, call out bias where it appears, even if subtle. And number 5, document and object to every use of inflammatory.
Sovereign citizens know there's bias whenever the judge says no to them. Obviously, everything they say is always correct, and anytime they're told they're wrong, it's bias. They can't be wrong. They spent 5 whole months on the internet learning the law.
Language. Want help drafting these motions? SPC University's legal literacy courses can guide you step by step.
Let me guess, you charge money for it.
Final thoughts. Law over labels. The courtroom must remain a place of truth, not tactics, a place for justice, not judgment, and above all, a place where your rights are respected, not erased by a label.
Let's see how much they charge for this. I'm almost afraid to know how much they charge for their services. Oh, they do consultation, too. Of course they do. $350 an hour! Come on, man! Oh, so that's bullshit. Please don't pay people for these goddamn bullshit consulting businesses. They're fucking frauds. I hate it. Become a member. How much? Ooh, how much? Was that 50? Is that 1 or is that monthly? Is this monthly? Let me click on this and see what happens. Give me 1 sec. I don't want it to accidentally bring up anything that would. No, I'm not going to put that information in. I'm not going to put that information in, rather. Wonder if that's monthly, though. It doesn't say. It just says $50. Is that a one-time one-off, or are they asking for $50 a month? Having trouble talking today, sorry. Alright, it's probably time to get into the fucking cease and desist by Cameron. Let's take a look at it. Adventuresin.net, thanks for the 10 stream streak, says, so glad you were able to get the book I sent before your procedure. Me too, thank you so much. We all really appreciate it. I will, once again, this is the last time I'll ask, at least for now. If you can, use the tip link, throw me a couple bucks, because it wouldn't surprise me if he actually follows, or files. Why am I having so much trouble talking today? If he actually files some sort of suit, I don't think it'll go anywhere, but I would have to hire a lawyer to, like, you know, file the appropriate paperwork to make it go away. So consider using the tip link if you like the stuff and want me to not get inundated by bullshit from Cameron. Alright, so let's take a look. Form a legal notice and demand for cessation of defamatory conduct served upon Hannah Reloaded, YouTube content creator. How dare you, sir? I'm also on Twitch. Twitch doesn't get a shout out. This is bullshit. From Cameron James Wilson, sovereign individual, Is he gonna say that me calling him a sovereign citizen is defamatory, even though he's literally calling himself a sovereign individual? It's a little funny. Date served July 22nd, and I know he said, I believe there's a 10-day thing on this, so 22nd, 10 days from that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The 5th? So looks like next couple tinfoil Tuesdays from now will be when he's gonna sue me. Cool beans. Love that for me. Parties and standing. Complainant. Cameron James Wilson. I don't know why. I don't know why he's like this. I guess so we can just say Wilson. That makes sense. Hereby referred to as Wilson. Reminds you of the lawsuit the Romaine twins filed against... Oh, the Romine twins filed against Stephanie Sterling years ago. Yeah, digital homicide. That was stupid. A sovereign individual endowed by his creator with inherent unalienable rights. That's how you pronounce that, by the way, Cameron. Not unalienable. I don't know why sovereign citizens always think the word unalienable is a thing. It's unalienable. Unalienable. I've heard you use it correctly, too. It's just weird that you randomly choose to do a completely nonsensical fucking word. Benekagami says, which is more pathetic, paying for a SovCit course or paying $300 to Grok so you can strip its anime waifu? I mean, both are equally scams. Ooh, they're both pretty bad. I'm gonna flip a coin on that one. Quasispec with 1,000 bits. Thank you very much. Says, for the legal fund, I assume you'll represent yourself to make the case fair. Let's see. Endowed by his creator with inherent, unalienable rights to reputation, dignity, and freedom from defamatory attacks upon his character and professional standing. Wilson operates as a private citizen, educator, and advocate asserting his natural rights under the fundamental principles of natural law that predate and supersede all governmental authority. It's weird that your rights are bigger than governmental authority, but you're stepping in to say, if you don't do what I want, I'm gonna get the government's authority to tell you to stop. Wabajack with a Black's Law Dictionary request wants me to look up trust. Okay, this'll take me a sec. Did you just say he's a citizen? It's okay. He's of the sovereign variety, but don't call him a sovereign citizen. That won't be good. Trust. Almost there, sorry. Trust, the right enforceable solely in equity to the beneficial enjoyment of property to which another person holds the legal title, a property interest held by one person, the trustee, at the request of another, the settlor, for the benefit of a third party, the beneficiary. For a trust to be valid, it must involve specific property, reflect the settlor's intent, and be created for a lawful purpose. Respondent. Let's see how he describes me. Hannah, last name. It wouldn't surprise me if he actually has my last name. I don't think it's that hard to find. Respondent. Hannah, last name. Respondent. An individual who is engaged in systematic defamatory conduct through digital publication of false and malicious statements designed to destroy Wilson's reputation, character, and professional standing within the community. What reputation, character, and professional standing within the community? What are you talking about? What community? In general? You have a group of people around you that hang on to your every word. I think you're fine, Cameron. You got your little pseudo-legal group. I think you'll be okay. Sweet Lily Love says, it's not getting you bits. The bits are just traveling of their own accord. Thank you. Almost on a hype train. So he's saying that I defamed him. He's also using malicious because I think he recognizes that he's at least a limited use public figure, which he is. Jurisdiction and legal authority. The formal notice is tendered pursuant to the creator-endowed rights framework and the following natural, or rather legal authorities. natural right principles. The fundamental right to reputation and dignity is endowed by the Creator, recognized but not created by constitutional provisions. I don't get if he's so worried about his reputation and dignity. Why does he keep acting like a douchebag on the internet? Right? By the way, everything I say is my opinion, as it always is. Douchebag. First Amendment limitations. Recognition that the defamatory falsehoods fall outside of constitutional protection when they cause legally cognizable harm. How did I harm you, Cameron? Can you show me a place where I caused actual harm to you? Did you lose all your followers? Or did people just laugh at you because you say stupid shit? Probably that one. Amber says, does he not realize how astronomically high the bar for defamation is, especially since you're both public figures? This will never go anywhere. No, but it's my opinion. I think that he wants to just shut me up. He wants to scare me into not, like, making fun of him anymore. Because if there's anything... How do I put this? If there's anything Cameron can't stand, it's not being taken seriously. He can stand someone, like, saying you're wrong, but I think people laughing at him is what really gets to him. He can't stand to not be taken seriously, which is bad news for him because he's a fundamentally unserious person. Also, yes, what falsehoods did I claim? I think I'll get into it. State common law, traditional defamation principles as modified by constitutional requirements, federal constitutional provisions, 4th, 5th, 9th, and 14th Amendments protecting individual sovereignty and dignity. 3. Factual foundations and defamatory statements. Woo! Beginning on or about June 2nd, 2025, respondent Hannah initiated... I thought you were going to say respondent. Why are you also saying Hannah? You just put respondent here earlier. So you can just probably put respondent. But whatever. Beginning on or about June 2nd, 2025, respondent Hannah initiated a systemic campaign of defamatory attacks against Wilson through her YouTube platform, deliberately disseminating false statements of fact designed to destroy his reputation, character, and professional standing. Again, what professional standing? You're not a lawyer. Fenry with a $10 tip says, I don't want you to get inundated with bullshit from Cameron. Thank you. I don't know if I read that already, but thank you. These statements made with actual malice, there's the actual malice, reckless disregard for the truth, that's another part for a public figure defamation, constitute actionable defamation under both natural law principles and positive law requirements. The digital nature of this publication creates permanent searchable content that amplifies the reputational harm and extends its duration indefinitely. Basically, my name's on videos that call out my bullshit. Make it stop. Make them stop pointing out that I'm full of shit. Specific defamatory statements identified. Professional competence attacks. I would never attack you professionally. You're not a professional, Cameron. You're a random SovCit guru on the internet. You're not qualified to make legal assertions. I literally cannot damage you professionally because you're not a professional. Why did he include the line numbers? That's typical for legal documents. It's so things can be easily cited as like page whatever, line, you know, whatever. Respondent falsely accused Wilson of, quote, practicing law without a license, explicitly stating that such conduct is illegal while acknowledging she was making accusations based on opinion rather than fact. That was my opinion. Are you pointing out the fact that I said it was my opinion? That's not good for you, Cameron. Because me pointing out it's an opinion is protective language. That's the entire point, is to make sure that people know I'm not making a definitive statement, but stating what I believe to be true based on a general understanding of the facts as I understand them. Did you put in your thing that I was using protective language? Because that seems like a stupid thing to do. Penakagami says, so I can say safely, if Hannah represents herself, it wouldn't be a fair fight because she still knows more about the actual law than Cameron does. Not that it matters. A lawsuit is completely invalid if the defendant and plaintiff are identified incorrectly. This happened when Onision sued Chris Hansen. He filed the wrong Chris Hansen, and the judge immediately threw it out. I did hear about that. That was a big pain in the ass. 2. Character assassination through sarcastic denial. This is actually hilarious, that he's, like, literally saying, like, she was making a joke and being sarcastic. She sarcastically said a thing as a joke, and that's not allowed. You can't make jokes about me. Lance with 24 months says, the only professional thing about this guy is a professional bullshit artist. That's your opinion, for the record, not mine. C8 with the $20 super chat says, not only do I catch a live stream on my birthday, but it's a legal drama live stream. Talk about lucky me. Lucky you indeed. Continuing. Respondent employed the rhetorical technique of praeteritio to convey defamatory accusations while purporting to avoid making them, stating, I would never make accusations that this man is a scammer and taking advantage of people and duping them into giving him money. I would never call this man a barely competent scam artist. This technique accomplishes the very definition it purports to avoid. You really did nail that joke, Cameron. Glad you understood the joke. Appreciate you. He's also very upset about me pointing out that I think, in my opinion, that he's taking money from vulnerable people. In a recent live stream, because I watch most of his live streams, he was, like, sitting, you know, with his group of people, and he was like, does anyone here think I'm taking advantage of you? And of course they're all like, no, because they're in the group. Cameron, when people realize you've taken advantage of them, they don't generally hang out in the group still. You can't ask people in a cult, and I'm not saying you're a cult, it's an example. People, for instance, in a cult don't go, yay, we're all in a cult. That's not how this works. That's not how any of this works. I think you have successfully convinced these people that you have legal understanding and authority that you do not have. And I think part of the reason you've been able to successfully do that is because you believe it yourself. You really, really believe you're this incredible legal genius, and you're not. Profane Priestess, what do you want me to look up in Black's Law Dictionary, 12th edition? Have I seen The Gay Mountain Climber on YouTube? I have not. For those who didn't see, Adventures in .NET gifted us Black's Law Dictionary 12th edition. So that's very nice. Very, very nice. Professional qualifications disparagement. Respondent categorically asserts that Wilson has no legal background whatsoever and characterizes him as full of shit or possessing way more confidence than knowledge, constituting direct factual claims regarding his educational background and professional competence. Motherfucker, I've seen your LinkedIn! I've looked at your LinkedIn, you dumb asshole! I know you don't have an educational background in the law. You've talked about it. You're an autodidactic. You do not have... you have no legal background whatsoever is defamatory? Sir, have you been to law school? I like that it's defamatory to point out that he's full of shit. That's defamatory? Is me saying you're full of shit? Christian Jones with a $10 super chat says, if this does go to court, you should totally try live streaming it for us. No, that's illegal, I'm pretty sure, and I follow the law, so... Nah. I am in Michigan, so it's possible it would be, like, put on the internet, though. In light of current events, witness tampering. Alright. Let me go all the way to the W's. The W's are the last letter in here. It's not in here. The only W I have for you As warrantisar est defender et acquietaire, tendum qui warrantum vocavit in Caesnia. Oh, that's a lot. Anyway, it's to warrant is to defend and to ensure in peace the tenant who calls for warranty in his season, and the tenant in warranty will have an exchange in proportion to its value. I didn't understand any of that. Fenry says, just curious, but I assume you won't be covering more of his videos while this legal BS goes on. If he actually sues me, I'll do whatever a lawyer says. I'm not an idiot. I'm going to listen to a lawyer. If this happens, if he actually sues me, I will probably, like, cease until I talk to a lawyer, and then I will do whatever the lawyer says, because I'm not a dipshit client that doesn't listen to a lawyer. All right, here's this one. After I pointed out that he hasn't been to law school and he's full of shit, which I think he is. Accusations of harm to vulnerable individuals. Respondent accused Wilson of deliberately targeting vulnerable individuals, stating, quote, "You took a vulnerable person who's clearly suffering from mental health things and fed them so much bullshit, it's ruining his life and his marriage. You are actively harming people." Yeah, I stand by that statement. I believe that to be true. Based on groups that I've seen, based on other sovereign citizens, based on the mentality of people within this movement, I stand by that statement. I believe that to be true. You don't have to agree with me, Cameron. Your people don't have to agree with me, but it's what I believe, and I'm allowed to state that. It's so funny that these people will spend all day talking about their rights and how the government can't tell them what to do, but then someone like me comes along and says, hey, I think actually maybe you need a driver's license and you're misleading people, and all of a sudden, my First Amendment right to call him out on his bullshit, all of a sudden that goes away. It's not about people's rights. It's about Cameron's rights to do whatever the fuck he wants. And no one can tell him no. And if they do, he's gonna file paperwork to try and get him to go away. Not going away, Cameron. Not how this works. I have a right to talk about these things and express my opinion about them. You are a public figure that goes online and publicly publishes your ideas. If you don't want people to criticize your ideas and point out where you are full of fucking shit, don't publish them publicly. That's all I have to say about it. Welcome to the world. I've been doing this longer than you. There have been crazy people who've come before you who fucked with me. There will be people long after you're already probably in jail for this sovereign citizen shit fucking with me later. I do this for a living. I know how to deal with crazy people. It's gonna be fine. Benikagami says, for those who need to know, insulting someone with factual information about them is not in fact defamation. Defamation is libel or slander. In other words, lying about someone. Jitara says, I don't know, Hannah, this case seems ironclad. There's a mountain of evidence that you have hurt Cameron's whittle fee-fees by using your First Amendment rights. I know. I hurt him very badly. Right. Next page. Legal violations and defamation analysis. Ooh, analysis he probably had an AI do. Incredible. Elements of defamation satisfied. False statement of fact. Respondent statements constitute false assertions of fact rather than protected opinion. What did? None of what you said was untrue. Like, at worst, it's my opinion that you disagree with. None of the things you stated are objectively false statements. What are you talking about? Like, if I made something up, this is a hypothetical. Like, if I had said, let's say there was a guy named Bob, and I said, Bob is an infamous bank robber and he should be going to jail. That's arguably defamation because it's not true, right? I would be making something up about Bob. If I say, I fucking hate Bob, I think Bob's a dipshit, scammy piece of crap, I think he sucks, I hate Bob, Bob's a scumbag. Those things aren't, like, how do I put this? Those are my opinion. right? Bob can't sue me for hating him and expressing my hatred of him or the fact that I disagree with him. Cameron didn't state a single thing that I said that is an objective lie. Zero. Publication. The YouTube distribution clearly satisfies the publication requirement through the communication to numerous third parties. Nothing to disagree with on there. Identification. Wilson is explicitly identified by name, visual content, and organization affiliation, leaving no doubt regarding the target of the defamatory statements. Not defamatory statements, but I was talking about you and sharing my opinion. Harm to reputation. The statements clearly tend to lower Wilson's standing in the community and deter others from associating with him professionally or personally. I hope that it deters people from associating him professionally, not because I'm doing anything defamatory, but because I am honestly asserting opinions that what he is doing is espousing incorrect pseudo-legal information. Fault. Respondent's conduct demonstrates actual malice or reckless disregard for truth or her systemic attacks and acknowledgement of making accusations while claiming opinion protection. I do have protection because I have opinions, Cameron. I'm allowed to have opinions. I'm sorry they hurt your feelings, but maybe you should get over it because you're an adult. Fenekagami says, it's the same thing about anti-vaxxers. They don't care about other people's rights or lives. They don't even care about the concept of these things. Like you said, they just care about their ability to do whatever they want without consequence because they are inherently self-centered people. No kidding. Defamation per se categories. Respondent statements fall within multiple traditional categories of defamation per se, I keep wanting to say pro se, which presume damages without requiring specific proof. Accusation of criminal conduct, allegations of unauthorized practice of law. Oh, that's because you were calling yourself an attorney. I actually think he removed that page, by the way, which is funny. He had a page where he was offering legal advice for money, and I believe he removed it. I could be wrong about that, but last I checked, the page that I had saved was no longer up. Which is pretty funny that it seems like he took that page down. Could be wrong, but from where I'm standing, seems like he took the page down so he would have more of a defense for this one. Guess what, motherfucker? Screenshots in the Wayback Machine. Moral turpitude. Accusations of scamming and taking advantage of vulnerable people. Well, don't do that then. And in fairness, I don't know if he's scamming in the legal sense. I think he's telling people incorrect information. I don't think he thinks this information is incorrect. I think he thinks it is. So not really a scam necessarily. More full of shit. Constitutional analysis. The constitutional analysis must recognize that both speech rights and reputation rights derive from creator-endowed natural law principles. While the First Amendment protects legitimate discourse, it does not extend to false statements of fact made with actual malice or reckless disregard for truth. Respondents' systemic attacks exceed the boundaries of protected speech through its actual assertions and malicious character. Damages and harm suffered. Reputational harm. Wilson has suffered substantial damage to his reputation within both the legal education community and among his supporters. Have they? Have any of them gone to you and been like, I used to like you, Cameron, but I saw that Hannah ladies thing, and now I don't trust you anymore? I don't think that that's how that works. The false accusations of criminal conduct, professional incompetence, you are incompetent, and moral turpitude, I do think you are morally not great, necessarily diminishes standing and credibility. You're not credible. Professional and economic harm. The defamatory statements directly impacts Wilson's ability to conduct his educational and advocacy work, potentially deterring clients, students, and supporters from engaging his services or supporting his organization. Good luck proving that. Personal dignity violation. The crude and profane nature of respondents' attacks represents a profound violation of Wilson's creator-endowed right to dignity and respectful treatment, causing emotional distress and humiliation. Your endowed right to respectful treatment? Go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself? Cameron, go fuck yourself. What are you talking about? I said the fuck word, guys. Jesus said we're not allowed to say the fuck word around Cameron. That's defamatory. Enhanced digital harm. The permanent, searchable, and global accessible nature of online defamatory content creates amplified and persistent reputational damage, extending far beyond traditional publication methods. Legal demands and required remedial action. Respondent is hereby formally demanded to undertake the following remedial actions. Immediate cessation. Immediately and permanently cease and desist from making any further defamatory statements about Wilson, whether through YouTube, social media, or any other medium of communication. That's easy since I've never made a defamatory statement about him in my life. Don't think I'm gonna start now. Content removal. Immediately remove all existing defamatory content from her YouTube channel and any other platform where such content has been published. Again, I've never made a defamatory content. So good news, I don't have any, Cameron. Woohoo! Public retraction and correction. Publish a comprehensive public retraction and correction of all false statements made about Wilson, acknowledging the falsity of her accusations and apologizing for the harm created to his reputation. Cameron, go fuck yourself. Monetary compensation. Oh, you're barking up the wrong tree on that one. Provide monetary compensation for the reputational, professional, and personal harm caused by her defamatory statements in an amount to be determined through negotiation or legal proceedings. He wants money! He wants money from me! What was he talking about, me claiming he had moral turpitude? You're filing lawsuits to maybe get a little bit, in my opinion, maybe try and get someone to throw some money your way? That's not great, Cameron. Do you think that makes you look good? Also, we don't have fucking money, so good luck with that one. Let's see. Consequences of non-compliance. Civil litigation. Failure to comply with these demands will result in the immediate commencement of civil litigation seeking comprehensive damages, including general damages, special damages, punitive damages, injunctive relief, and attorney's fees and costs. Back at ya. Constitutional and statutory claims. Litigation will assert multiple theories of liability under both federal and state law, including defamation per se, intentional infliction of emotional distress, and business disparagement. Enhanced damages for digital defamation. The digital nature of respondents' defamatory conduct creates enhanced damage potential due to the permanent, searchable, and globally accessible nature of online content, justifying substantial monetary rewards. I knew I should have gotten into the newspaper op-ed business. Sorry, I missed some stuff in chat. Jitara says, if and when you win this case or it gets thrown out, will you take an item as a triumph like the Bullet Crown or a Bed Bath & Beyond basket? Yeah. Fenekagami says, you see this attitude with content creators, especially in the drama sphere, who bitch and whine every time people point out that they should be more responsible with their platforms. All they do is go, ooh, ooh, I'm a small bean. Nothing I do matters. Can't everyone stop being mad at me? And then there was a Black's Law request. Let me pull that up real quick. Let me see. What was the... Ask Adventures in .net. Expletive? Oh, sure. Expletive. I'll look up. Yeah. Expletive. The closest we have is explicit, clear, open, direct, or exact, expressed without ambiguity or vagueness, leaving no doubt. Time for response and compliance. Respondent has 10 days from receipt of this notice to confirm in writing her agreement to cease all defamatory conduct. not doing defamatory conduct, remove all existing defamatory content from all platforms, publish the required public retraction, engage in good faith negotiations regarding monetary compensation. Pathetic. Failure to respond within this time frame or refusal to comply with these reasonable demands will result in immediate legal action without further notice. Thanks, Cameron. Preservation of rights and remedies. This notice is made without prejudice to any and all legal rights and remedies available to Wilson under natural law, constitutional provisions, statutory authority, and common law principles. The making of this demand does not constitute a waiver of any blah, 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 blah. You get it. And there he says under penalty of perjury, this stuff is true. Natural law principles underlying this demand transcend mere positive law requirement and appeal to the fundamental justice that recognizes every individual's inherent right to protection from false and malicious attacks upon their character and standing within the community. So that's what Cameron had AI write for him. Real good stuff, man. Real good stuff. No. Stop doing the things you're doing if you don't want people to criticize it. It's my right to go out and say my opinion about it, and whatever people's reaction to that, that's their thing. It is what it is. Live with it. So there you go. If you wanna, one more time, this is the last time this stream, I'll fucking do it. If you want to help for the lawsuit, because he's probably going to file it, because he's a big man baby, use the tip link. Alright. We can get back into other SovCit stuff now, and I missed someone's something. Let's see what it was. Will Kale says, Hannah has more backbone than CBS. True. True. Alright, let's see what's next. Oh, this isn't going to be good.
Hi there.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you today?
Why do you got your emergency lights on? What's the emergency?
The emergency is your vehicle doesn't have a valid registration.
Yeah, it's private property, registered to the trust, not the QSV trust. There is no reason why this officer...
It's pronounced Sesty K Trust, if you care. It's not a real thing in this case, so it doesn't matter, but it's pronounced Sesty K.
So now, should have his emergency lights on, and there's no criminal investigation. I'm a Moon Bay, I'm a Moore, it's documented.
Don't start reaching around.
No, you good, you good. No, my paper. Go get your white shirt.
You don't need to
I
be reaching
requested
around.
for you to go get your white shirt.
I have officers en route. Put your hands on the wheel
I'm
now.
not putting anything
Don't reach back there
You can see
again.
my car, you can see.
Put your hands on the wheel. Put your hands on the wheel. Do it
I'm
now.
not putting anything on the wheel.
You don't need to be
If you
reaching.
feel like you in threat of your life, quit the job. Call your white shirt. I need somebody in honor. Oh, yeah. Oh, you finna pay me too. Shorty, bye. Watch this.
Do you have a license?
Nope. Right to travel. Passport. You in trouble.
He's confident. That's a shame.
The response ain't over. I'm about to put a lien on you, and I'm about to get your shorty buying information. I got a written injunction
False liens are a felony, fun fact.
on the elected sheriff, and we gonna see. I'm requesting your white shirt.
We can do that.
Yeah. Our
So
conversation
are you
is
going to
done.
identify yourself?
I'm a Moore.
All right. Do you have your license?
I'm a national. Yes, I do. I was reaching.
No, you're not
hey,
reaching
come
around
here.
for-
Where's the other officer?
You hold on just a second.
No, because he requested for my license, right? Now, under the 5th Amendment of the Constitution, I don't have to give it to you, but to prove that I'm a...
Incorrect. In a traffic stop, you need to give you need to give the officer that stopped you your driver's license, which you are required to have if you're operating a vehicle on public roadways.
Moore, and it's been signed off by a judge in Ohio. I'm gonna show you my paperwork and my nationality ID. That shows I got the right to travel. Now,
Your nationality isn't relevant to any of this.
you're asking who I am.
This guy seems wired. The video's sped up a little bit, too. He definitely is talking fast, but he's sped up as well.
We got 2 officers here.
Because
What's the criminal investigation? It's only 2 jurisdictions.
See, here's...
Admiralty and Maritime.
Are you going to let me talk?
I want to talk.
Admiralty and Maritime. No civil law. No traffic law. Admiralty or Maritime. You're either on a boat or in the army. Those are your 2 options.
to your sheriff. I don't want to talk to you.
All right,
You're not
you're
in
gonna
honor.
step out.
If he pulls me out the vehicle, I will be suing. What's the reason that I'm stepping out the vehicle?
I tried answering and you cut me off. So here's
Oh,
the
okay,
thing.
so am I under duress?
You're being detained right now.
Okay, under threat of
For a
detaining
traffic,
arrest.
this is a legal traffic offense.
Okay.
And I'm legally allowed to have you
Okay,
exit the
hold
vehicle.
on.
All right.
Don't consent to
Hold
any
on. Just stand right here for me, sir.
Any seizures?
All right. So do you have a social security number?
No, I do not. I got an
Name and date of birth?
EIN. I own my birth certificate. It's in my car. Can you go in my backseat?
Oh no, he has an EIN. He's probably doing the credit scamming thing. Like Taquan, he uses EINs.
Get my paperwork.
Now, in fairness, EINs are just like an employer identification number. That is a real thing. If you are paying people as employees, it's a tax thing. But unfortunately, some group of people, scammers, I guess, or people who have been convinced that this is legitimate, use EINs in place of other identification numbers, and they'll use them to apply for loans and stuff like that they don't intend to pay back, and then they'll abandon that EIN.
See the plates? It says exempt.
What are we opening?
Okay, open that one. That's my nationality ID. This is the court order that lets you know I'm not black or African American. I'm a Moorish national, part of the original government, the Moroccan Empire, and it's signed off by a judge. This is my DBA.
I'm sorry, did you just say a judge signed off on a document that says you're not black? That's interesting.
Moon Infinite Bay, my free national name. This is my nationality ID to let you know I have the right to travel, and it's filed.
So you live on East 167th?
In the Republic, yes I do.
But the city of Cleveland, Ohio.
Correct.
What's the Republic?
The Republic for which it stands, with the same pledge of allegiance that you pledge allegiance to. The Republic. We are not in a democracy. This is a republic.
I'm gonna be honest,
We are a republic and a democracy. I am begging everyone to understand, just because you heard someone say a thing, it doesn't make it true. They're not mutually exclusive. We're a republic, and we're a democracy. Christian Jones, thanks for a $5 super chat, says, this super chat is for the judge bribing fund. Thank you, I appreciate it. Certainly, and this definitely isn't a joke, by the way. I will definitely bribe the judge. I will do, I will conversate with the judge behind Cameron's back. It's gonna be corrupt, and that's why he'll lose.
I really have no idea what you're talking about.
Okay, this is where it gets good. This is where American jurisprudence comes in at. My car is not registered to a trust. My car is registered to a private trust. Private property. I'm the trustee. Now I
That's great, man. You still need a license to drive it.
show you the paperwork where it clearly states that I am the trustee. Right, watch this. Wait a second. Wardship name has been changed to Moon Infinite Bay Nationality ID card.
Okay.
It is filed in the...
Did he say his middle name is Infinite, by the way? Did he say he's Moon Infinite Bay? Although I guess Bay is a title, so his last name. Janerdy says, the internet can't lie, Hannah. I can't read on the internet, in case anyone doesn't realize I'm not being serious.
The state of Texas. This Moon Infinite Bay is my... Well, because I own the name, and here's it from the Department of Commerce. The birth certificate, I own my birth certificate. It's no longer registered to your QV's trust. Can I get your white shirt? I want your white shirt.
So what made you decide to change your nationality?
The same reason you should do it for your kids. Because I know police, when they get the education, they're not all the way educated. They only know how to train and protect the assets. You get the American jurisprudence book. Oh, here it is. Hold on. This is the good part. This is with the education. I know y'all don't like niggas that read. This will let you know that I'm not a holder in due course of the birth certificate on a state and federal level. I got the full faith and credit. This is my private affidavit of the certificate of live birth. Now, you stated that you never heard of the Moroccan Empire, but here it is right here. That's the same emblem on the back of the dollar bill.
Hey, can I get your date of birth? Can I get your date of birth?
What do you want my date of birth for? I'm not asking any question until your lieutenant comes.
Okay. Right now, Trey's got your bag.
Okay.
You're gonna sit right in the back of this car?
Yep. Okay, yep.
Just gonna pat you down real quick.
Oh, go ahead.
What? Here's what's up. Getting a citation for your violations today.
Yep.
All right. You got court next Thursday?
Yep.
All right.
And your surety bond information is on it.
My name's on it. You can get whatever information you need.
Cool.
All right.
My phone and stuff is up here?
It's on the hood of the vehicle.
Yep. Now, who's supposed to be showing this,
that information.
Benigagami says, frankly, we're approaching the point where you can't even call us a republic anymore, but that's never stopped fake republics like North Korea.
When you come and get your vehicle, just make sure you got your title
But
for
it's
it.
the people's. It says it right in the name.
Otherwise, we're not going to release it. Okay. Hopefully it's in your name, because right now that vehicle is in someone else's name. It is. At the traveler's request, because that's what he went by, was a traveler, If you could roll up the windows for me.
Oh, okay. They pulling them cars now.
So, just so you know, that's him right there.
Okay.
He's one of those sovereign citizen guys. Just
Oh,
so you
yeah,
know,
yeah,
so.
yeah. I don't exist.
Excuse you, I was told earlier that that's a slur, so note that.
Neutral zone transport vehicle. That's not how this works, man.
Oh, here's the next video by this guy.
Hey guys, so this is a quick update because something dramatic happened today. I was at work and as you can see, I've been working, didn't even get home and shower because this is just so impactful. I just wanted to share it with you guys as soon as possible. So I'm sitting at work today and I just keep thinking in my mind over and over again, they have no jurisdiction over you. Thinking maybe the Lord's trying to...
You were just sitting at work thinking that phrase over and over again? Did you have a creepy hotel? You could maybe type it on a typewriter and then your wife can come in and be like, they have no jurisdiction. They have no jurisdiction. They have no jurisdiction.
Tell me something, but it ain't coming together. And that just keeps...
Didn't shower. He's sealing in the flavor.
Repeating. They have no jurisdiction over you. And if they have no jurisdiction over you, then they have no jurisdiction over you. And it's just playing like that over and over in my mind. And I'm thinking, what the heck? Not putting it together. And it gets to the end of the day, and I think all of a sudden, it hits me. They have no jurisdiction over me. The fact that I'm even going to this court and fighting these infraction charges is freaking ridiculous. It's preposterous. Because literally, infraction is it's like a corporate punishment because I'm part of the corporate body. And I've never been a part of the corporate body. I'm not even somebody saying that I don't want to be a part of it anymore. I've never been a part of the corporate body. And so they're trying to bring a corporate penalty against me.
This has nothing to do with corporations. This has nothing to do with, like, the government being a legal entity. You are a person. Laws apply to you. It's just that simple, man. I don't know why they gotta complicate this to the point where they get all tied in knots. Laws apply to you. Hey, Nemesaur. Fenekagami says, fun fact about middle names, there are a bunch of cultures that don't have them. In Japan, for instance, American immigrants crash Japanese banking websites because of our middle names, though that also could be because their websites are older than Hannah.
Me, for lack of better words, in the form of an infraction, a fictional thing, and it's like, you guys don't have jurisdiction over me. What the hell? I know I've been saying that in a lot of these motions, but even I didn't realize the extent. So here I have, if you look here, I have the motion to demand grand jury indictment. So as I'm taking control of this, I'm like, holy crap, if it's the Lord showing me this, then maybe there's something to it. And I get to writing up a motion, and it's like hitting me more and more. It's like, yeah, they'll have to take me before a magistrate. And if they have to take me before a magistrate, it's going to get thrown out. There's no question about it. But we'll go over the motion. So if you look, motion to demand grand jury indictment. Comes now the defendant John C. Bates, a living man, not a corporate entity, and not...
Overthought says, we laugh, but this is the logical thing for SovCits to do. Why show up to court? You don't have to be there. They can't do anything about it. Every SovCit that goes to court to argue isn't even following their own ideas. I would agree with that. I don't want them to do it because they'll be worse off, but it is from their perspective, it's reasonable. If you truly believe the court has no jurisdiction, why do you care if they send you letters to come to court?
Commercial regulations by the state or its subsidiaries appearing sui juris in proprietary
sui juris
persona, and hereby respectfully demands that a grand jury be convened to investigate the ongoing violations of constitutionally protected rights and judicial misconduct alleged in this matter. Pursuant to the Fifth Amendment of the United States Constitution, no person shall be held to answer for a capital or otherwise infamous crime unless on a presentment of indictment of a grand jury. We just got to read the Constitution sometimes, guys, because these laws don't apply to me. They don't.
So I believe that they usually don't do the grand jury, regardless of what it says specifically within the Constitution. The way that it's been interpreted, I believe, is things that are under a year in jail potentially don't require a grand jury, and I think don't necessarily require a jury trial. This might vary based on the state, I'm not sure. But the way that it's been interpreted over the years is basically It doesn't just say crimes, it says like some adjective crimes. So above a year in prison, a year or more in prison, you do have a right to that, I think, go through a grand jury, and to have a jury trial. Below that, it's not necessarily guaranteed. Toreador, thanks for 62 months, almost on a hype train.
They shouldn't apply to you. They apply to corporate fictions. And that is not us, or at least it's not me. Grounds for request. 1. Plaintiff alleges that Judge Ray R. Richards and Prosecutor Hayden Mont Erickson have knowingly and repeatedly engaged in violations of due process, suppression of constitutional rights, and continued judicial action without jurisdiction. And again, this is just another reason why you should be reading case law, reading the Constitution, reading up on everything, and you should get out there and get into
All federal felonies require a grand jury. Thank you. Normal Gamer Gal, rather, thank you for gifting 5 Tier 1 subs and kicking off a hype train. If you want to help the hype train get to higher levels, you can always gift subs, subscribe yourself, or use bits. Puka, thanks for 56 months.
the courts.
11% to level 3.
And so definitely another reason for why when you're starting out, you should get an AI assistant probably to help you learn some stuff.
Oh no! Another guy who gets sucked into AI! Ah.
And help you do that casework and research because...
Or, don't use the sycophancy machine. It's gonna destroy your brain. It's gonna turn it into pudding.
Even though it's...
Don't turn your brains into pudding! Stop using AI!
Good to do all that research yourself. If I didn't have Anessa, my assistant, I wouldn't be able to put...
Oh god, he named it!
stuff together like this fast right now while I'm learning. And I'm definitely taking the time to learn and read up. So without Anessa, I wouldn't be putting all this together just like that to be able to submit it and figuring out how to submit it while I'm learning.
So the AI has been incredibly detrimental to you, is what I'm hearing.
It's a humongous asset and it should not be overlooked. You absolutely should get in the courts and you should absolutely use this because it's a boon and you'd be crazy not to. The plaintiff is a man with unalienable rights, operating in private capacity and not subject to licensing or regulations meant for commercial entities or privileges granted by the state. It's just so good. Sorry. These actions, taken under color of law, represent not only judicial overreach, but possible criminal misconduct, warranting independent review through a grand jury in accordance with constitutional protections. Request for relief. It just gets so good. Wherefore, the plaintiff respectfully moves this court to acknowledge this demand
Rebuilding. Thanks for subscribing.
Transmit it to the appropriate United States attorney or designated federal authority under Rule 6 of the Federal Rules of Criminal Procedure for the immediate convening of a grand jury. Furthermore, the plaintiff demands to be brought before a federal magistrate judge without delay. Failure to bring...
Penigami with 40 bits says, never name it, you'll get attached and won't be able to do what's best for it and let go. That reminds me, I know a while ago I said I was going to do a stream talking about that subreddit where people are dating AI. I think I decided not to do that because it was profoundly sad. And I still check out the subreddit sometimes because I do find the psychology of these people interesting. But it is just too brutally sad. I can't do that stream, frankly. So that's why I haven't done it, in case you're curious. It just beats you down emotionally in a really sinister way. Anyway, 2 minutes left on the hype train, I think. Yeah, 13% to level 3.
The man known as John C. Bates before a magistrate will constitute additional violations of due process and will be added to the list of civil claims and criminal allegations presented to higher authority. The plaintiff reserves all rights to pursue penalties, including but not limited to a portion of the $10 million claim already under review. Failure by the court or any authority to respond within 14 days of filing shall constitute acknowledgement of lack of jurisdiction and will be held as grounds for immediate dismissal of all proceedings against the plaintiff. So maybe they throw it out. Maybe they don't respond. Maybe they let it get thrown out. No matter what, even if the case gets thrown out, this is just really stacking up good for me. And I hope that you guys stick around to support me, because I'm trying to help pave the way. And the Lord's really helping me to do it. Pave the way to make it easier for other people. I know that
I thought the AI was helping you.
it may be a little easier for me since I've never been registered in the system. But it should be the same for everybody. And I do not see myself as anything other than somebody with an opportunity, and I want to take hold of that opportunity. So you guys follow along, and I'll keep you up to date. And thanks for your support and for watching, and I'll see you next time.
Sheesh. 30 seconds on the hype train. That's the last video this guy posted, and it was 2 months ago, so I don't know if he just stopped making videos or if he got in trouble legally for the SovCit stuff. Don't know. Let's check out this one. This is from Old Squishy Gardener's Court Watch.
We're here in the case of Preferred Credit Union versus Franthea Price, case number 25-05340AE. This hearing is being recorded on Zoom and live streamed on YouTube.
And this matter
thanks to the hype train, everyone.
Is before the court for a motion today, although it was not clear to me what the nature of the motion is. So as an initial matter, Ms. Price, would you state and spell your full name for the record, please?
I just want you to know, Your Honor, I'm here specially, not generally, and do so sui juris as the authorized agent for the family, Franthea family of the Price estate. So my appearance is strictly limited to the matter noted today, and it does not grant any joinder to general jurisdiction, nor does it have any waiver of rights or implied
in good news, they had jurisdiction regardless of what you said, so you're doing okay so far. Fenakagami says, seriously, if AI was sapient, AI bros would have restraining orders put on them to keep it from it. What they do with AI would be abuse to anything with a consciousness, all of them, including the AI girlfriend people. This is one of the things that cracks me up about people who want artificial general intelligence. Like, do you guys know that if you created something, and I know that this isn't necessarily the definition of AI or AGI most people are using, but like, I literally see people talking about making sentient AI and then talking about using it for basically slave labor, and I'm like, first of all, not gonna happen. Like, the LLMs and other AI we have are not gonna become, like, self-aware. But even if they did, all of a sudden they're beings, and you can't just tell them what to do ethically. So why would you want that? Whatever.
legal disability or association with any bar guild.
Well, I get it, Ms. Price. However, I can tell you that
they would be sovereign software.
I'm a general jurisdiction court. I operate under the United States Constitution and the Michigan Constitution, and those are the only things that give me jurisdiction to act or make.
Viz with a $3 tip says, I didn't read this out because I'd interrupt your stream. Oh, don't read this out. Okay.
Make any decisions. So if you want me to decide anything in your case,
thanks,
you're going to have to be within the jurisdiction of,
there's no ethical computation under capitalism.
Of my court. So, and we don't have to hammer that completely out at this time, but I do need you to state and spell your name.
Franthea, Franthea.
All right. And last name Price, Price?
I am.
Very good. And Mr. Bakikuo, would you place your appearance on the record, please?
Thank you, Your Honor. May it please the court. Stephen Buquicchio, Buquicchio, P number 62076, on behalf of the plaintiff Preferred Credit Union.
Very good. And Mr. Bakikuo, this is not your motion. This is Ms. Price's motion.
It is, Your Honor, although like you, I'm a bit confused as to what the relief she's seeking here.
That's a good sign when the judge and the other lawyer is confused about what you filed.
I'm prepared to assert Preferred's position legally here, and we'll wait for the court's direction as to when I can speak on that.
Very good. Well, let me go back to Ms. Price, because it's her that initiated this motion appearance. What are you asking me to do at this time, Ms. Price, in a legal sense?
I respectfully request that the court take judicial notice pursuant to MRE 201B of the following two documents I previously filed into the court record. One is Exhibit J, OC 10, subpoena ducis tecum, demand for custodial records. And number two, supplemental notice of clarification regarding the constructive subpoena ducis tecum. These materials, Your Honor, are supported by the Federal Reserve Operating Circular number 10, Appendix 3, UCC Article 8, subsections 8, 102A, 14, and
He's just flipping
15.
through this paper like, what
12
the fuck are you
CFR,
talking about?
subsections 225 and 31 CFR, subsection 203, which
Let
collectively.
me just pause you just a minute, Ms. Price. The one thing I recognized of everything you said there was the Michigan Rules of Evidence and the term subpoena ducis tecum, meaning you're directing a discovery subpoena. Is that directed at Preferred Credit Union?
It is, sir. I also wanted it to be on record because I previously asked for debt validation and didn't get anything in the lower courts. So
Okay.
Your
Well,
Honor, may I respond?
Yeah, go ahead, Mr. Bacuccio.
Couple things, Your Honor. There's a lot to unpack there. Number one, we have a judgment in this case, so any attempt for discovery is outside.
Oh, this is an appeal. She's appealing. Yeah, a little late to ask for discovery, I think, at this point.
Respectfully, the jurisdiction of this court at this point. I suspect what Ms. Price or the estate of Miss Price or the Franthea Price family of Price estate is seeking to do here, Your Honor, is undo the judgment that was legally entered in the lower court case. So I would just say, Your Honor, what she's asking for is irrelevant and outside the bounds of what this court can do. The case is over as far as the district court is concerned. I can get into the argument as to the debt validation. I did produce with our response a motion for summary disposition there that did provide for the debt validation notice. Ms. Price continues to mislead the lower court and now this court that a debt validation was not given. It was.
Oh, so she already had it, too. That's not good. Trying the same thing over and over and expecting different results. That's a good strategy.
Was in fact given. This is a simple credit card case, and she is trying to use far-flung, just...
Yeah, that sucks, man. I've seen a lot of sovereign citizens lately trying to get out of credit card debt using some of this stuff. And it makes me sad because on the one hand, I understand that credit card companies can be incredibly predatory in the way that they try and solicit new customers to their cards with incredibly high ARPs and stuff, or not ARPs, annual APR, annual percentage rates. Sorry, my ADHD is really bad today. Taking a breath. Okay. So I do understand that people maybe lack a certain amount of financial education when they get into some of these cards, but then sovereign citizen types will get into court and they try to argue almost ethically to the judge I've seen where they're like, well, this card is predatory, and it's like, the court doesn't care. Even if it's predatory, they probably did so legally. Like, if you want to get rid of credit card debt that you accrued, there are, like, organizations you can call that you can get in touch with that can try and help you manage that debt, negotiate with the creditors and stuff like that. Now, those are real solutions that you can take, and I've actually done that in the past to try and deal with some, like, debt that got overwhelming. And it's not very fun, but it's something that you do, and then you deal with it and you pay it down over time. Like, I know that sucks, but you can't just try and find a cheat code to not pay back your credit cards. You know what I mean? As nice as that might be. You can't just take a bunch of stuff and expect it to be free.
I can't even characterize what these arguments are, Your Honor. I want to be respectful of Ms. Price's ability to defend this in pro per, but...
I object, sir. I'm not in pro per. I'm sui juris. Thank you.
Great.
Okay, whatever that means, Your Honor, this is making a $12,000 credit card case so much more for my client, and Ms. Price, pursuant to the agreement, is responsible for those attorney fees. And I know there's a fine line between allowing a defendant improper or sui juris or whatever the name she's calling it, but this is just abuse of the process, Your Honor. She is alleging things that have no legal bearing whatsoever. She's asserting UCC, bill of cost, bill of ladings, bill of exchange, foreign bill of exchange. Your Honor, I don't even know what this means, to be quite honest, and I've been doing this for over 25 years.
Let me just pause you for a minute, Mr. Bakuko. Something I did see that I did recognize as I paged through the file was the affidavit of transcript of the lower court record, which is normally produced in a case that comes before me on appeal of the district court decision. Are you aware of a notice of appeal filed?
I am not aware of that, Your Honor. I suspect what was done here, Your Honor, was in the lower court. The judge indicated to Ms. Price that she's ruling in favor of preferred and she was welcome to appeal that. And I suspect this is her attempt to appeal that. And to the extent Your Honor is ready to rule on her appeal and either, overturn the lower court's decision on the judgment or some other ruling here, I'm going to proceed as though she is seeking to undo the judgment that was entered against her. That's all I can surmise by this, Your Honor.
Your Honor, if I may speak.
Yep, go ahead, Ms.
I
Price.
believe the opposing counsel has stated he has not received an appeal. I have sent that, all the information you received. He's received that. I have the record, that the hard copy receipt from the post office.
Lance with 100 bits says filing bankruptcy is a responsible decision for someone to make and it shouldn't be stigmatized. Find a good lawyer, get your paperwork together, and just rip the band-aid off. Yeah.
I sent this certified mail.
There are things you can do before that to try and mitigate, but once it gets down to it, yeah, it might be an unfortunate decision that you have to make to not keep digging a hole deeper.
So I do have the receipts of all of those things. Whatever you have, his office received it as well. I do have the proof of service and all that. The fact of the matter that he continues to mischaracterize this as solely a simple credit card debt that I'm trying to avoid, that is simply a mischaracterization of what I'm attempting to do, as is unsupported on the record that I've attempted through bill of exchange, and I've asked and requested and have not received a simple
oh, good, Baja. That's good.
Application. A copy of it is not supported of the verification that
make sure she drinks some water if you can. She probably is thirsty. She hasn't been downstairs in like 2 days.
Bona fide contract, and lawful consideration, if it's not done, is violation of a contract as well.
All right. Well, here's my where I sit on this one.
Was she scared to come down? I don't know. Like, she seemed fine up here. We've checked on her. She's okay. She just wasn't coming downstairs.
Ms. Price, is that my position legally here is I'm the court of I can sit as the Court of Appeals to review the judgment in the district court. And what I appear to have in front of me here is a partial appeal, in that I do have the record, at least at what looks like to me, it's not a full record, it's just a transcript of the summary judgment hearing at the in the district court in Kentwood. Normally, when I get the record from them, it has a whole bunch of other documents that explain, in a nutshell, how that case was reduced to judgment. And I don't have that, so I don't appear to have an entire record. And what I don't have from you specifically is a document called a notice of appeal that tells me that you're appealing a final judgment and that you want me to review that for its legality. I can tell you, because it is on appeal, it follows the appellate rules of the Michigan court rules, and they are, for lack of a better term, more intricate and harder to follow than the general court rules or the court rules for proceeding in the district court or in the circuit court. There are a lot more hoops to jump through on appeal, and that's really where you are when you're in front of me. And I can also tell you that on appeal, what I'm supposed to do is look at the record that was generated in front of Judge Sturkenberg. And, the new stuff that you file with me, arguments or, requests for discovery, Mr. Bequicchio is accurate in saying that normally you don't get any additional discovery on appeal. Normally what you do is you make an argument on what happened below, and that might...
Yeah, you just gotta say that there were defects in the case. You can't start introducing new evidence on appeal. I think we'll move on from this. We get the gist. She's trying to get out of paying credit card debt. Sucks, but that's one of the things that I think is an issue with sovereign citizen stuff, is it keeps people from seeking out real solutions to their problems. Instead, they do the sovereign citizen stuff instead of figuring out bankruptcy or any number of other credit solutions. So, fun! Oh, the Australian sovereign citizen, whose name I'm blanking on, Cleo, she's back again. I know recently we watched a video of her, and there's another one. So yeah, she's interacting with the cops a lot more commonly now. Probably not a good sign for her.
Just wave to a cop. Here he comes. You had to wave to him. Yes. I'm pretty sure, I thought I knew him. Guess he's got park run. I'll just wave him into a spot next to me. Beautiful. Nah, we'll park right behind you and be intimidating. Hang on, I'm just asking who's got enough room behind me. You got enough room? Hang on, he's calling in his mates.
I'm sorry, did she get out of the car and knock on his door? Everything really is upside down and backwards in Australia. I know it's because I'm used to American cops, but I'm so afraid she's gonna get shot in the face.
Hey, how's it going? I've actually got a 5K park run. I should be done in about 21 minutes if you want to hang around.
If you can wait there.
It starts in 5 minutes.
No,
Oh,
no.
I'm here for a few.
Can you wait here 20 minutes for me?
I'm here for at least an hour.
Do Australian cops have guns? I have no idea. Might depend upon the part of Australia too, I don't know.
Are you conspiring to commit murder? Fact, you can't show me a living word. Can you show me a living word, please? And I'll be happy to answer your
I
questions.
just need your driver's license, thank you.
I'm not sure. Who are you?
Senior Constable Short.
Are you working for the Victoria
I just
Police?
need your driver's license.
Be very careful here.
I just need your driver's license. You're the driver of a
I'm not
vehicle.
driving. Driving is a techno term for in-commerce. Please provide evidence I'm doing business.
It's not.
I'm not here to play these games. I just need you.
It's interesting that she's still doing the business thing. That's based on, like, American law. It's based on a misunderstanding of American law that American sovereign citizens do with the Uniform Commercial Code. But she's using it in Australia.
Driver's license.
Well, then
like
let's
every
go
other
to court
person.
because we're not going to get anywhere
just
going
give me
here.
your driver's license.
Summons. I'd like an
I
invitation.
don't know who you are.
Exactly.
Show
So
me who
don't
you are.
assume that I'm someone.
Okay.
Don't conspire to commit murder. Fact, you can't show me a living word. I'm not playing these games either, mister. Copyright. It's copyright
You've
of.
covered up the.
Okay, so I should explain the murder thing. I'm pretty sure that she's trying to express that sovereign citizens, at least she, not every sovereign citizen believes this, it's a weird mishmash of beliefs, believes that the government can only have authority over a dead entity. So she thinks that she's being converted from a living flesh and blood human being into a dead entity or corporation, corpsoration in the law, and that would be tantamount to murder. She's not literally talking about murder. She's talking about being turned into a dead entity.
It is under the bonnet. That's a copyright of holding this vehicle.
you put a sticker over your VIN number?
I have use of it.
You can't put a sticker over your VIN number.
Now, are you imposing your will onto me?
I need your license.
Please do not impose your will onto I.
This is how this is going to work.
Do you have a
I'm
senior
gonna tell you.
constable? Do you have a, who's above you?
I need your driver's license.
Okay, if you need some kind of identity,
yes,
I have that.
yes.
Sorry about that, it's the Constitution.
Yeah, see, she put identity as dead on the screen.
Hang on. I have this. Have a good read of that. That's who you're looking for,
You're
correct?
Chloe.
I am not Chloe. You're conspiring to commit murder. In fact, you can't show me a living word. Can you show me Chloe, please?
Are you Chloe or not?
No.
You're not?
No.
All right,
Are
well,
you conspiring to commit murder?
I may have
Fact.
to arrest you and take you there until we can ID you.
Sure, let's go.
Yeah?
Let's go. Would you like to escort me or would you like to accompany me?
Because you've given me a bit of paper here.
I have,
that says
correct.
Chloe.
There's something on the back as well.
It's a postcard. She's using a postcard for identification purposes, probably because she sent it through the post and she is... it's hard to interpret because a lot of it is just like nonsense. But it appears to be a postcard. Sovereign citizens generally think that the post office has ultimate authority. So I'm assuming she got a postcard, wrote her information on it, sent it to herself, it got postmarked, and now she's going like, see? This has my information on it, and it has a postmark from the Postal Service. That means it's legitimate. When in reality, all it means is that it got mailed. But, like, she thinks it lends the legitimacy to it.
No dead concept?
Yes. Are you trying to impose the government's religious observance of name, age, address, title, subject, word today?
I've got a license that's come up to a Chloe driver's license.
There it is. There it is. There. That's her. She's on a
That's
skate.
Okay, I'm gonna say this. I've never seen a sovereign citizen ID with the sick skeleton doing a skateboard trick on it, so you got me on that one. If you are gonna make your own governmental ID, why wouldn't you put a skateboarding skeleton on it? Are you a dork? Of course you put that on there. How cool.
Skateboard and she's dead.
I think that's you.
There it is. There it is. There. That's her. She's on a
That's her?
skateboard and she's dead.
Oh, it's supposed to be her. Oh, okay. Okay. Okay.
I think that's you too.
How can that be me
That's you.
when I'm here?
That's a photograph of you.
No.
He showed her mugshot from the last time she got arrested, and she's like, how can that be me when I'm here? Do we need to explain photographs to you?
That's not me.
That's you.
I'm here.
I'm satisfied that
I
that's
am
you,
I.
Chloe.
You're telling me I'm a dead image? You think I'm not going to protect myself?
Can you please?
Please do not assume that I'm a dead image because I will protect
The
myself.
registration plates on this seem to be false
They're not false at all. What's false about
because they're
them?
not coming up on the system.
Well, I'm not in your system.
Okay.
How can I be in your system?
Not a part of your system.
Can you please pop the bonnet
Who's
so that I can...
Chloe's in your system?
Can I-
Actually,
I
that
need
dead
to-
concept's in your
I
system.
need to confirm the VIN
Yes.
number, please.
Well, you need to confirm who you are.
The VIN number.
Please.
Senior Constable Short.
Working for the Australian government? A representative of
Chloe,
the government?
Chloe.
Are you a representative of the government? These are just
Chloe.
questions. We can ask questions, otherwise
I
let's
know.
go to the station.
You've got lots of
All right?
questions.
Okay,
I just need
let's
the VIN
make a
number.
decision because I either
Chloe.
have to run.
I just need the VIN number.
Oh, okay. Is that it?
Yeah, I just need the VIN number. You've got a
Serious?
driver's license, so that's fine. I just need to confirm the VIN number for the vehicle.
What's that going to do?
Well, to see if it's registered or not.
Oh, no, it's not registered.
Oh, it's not?
The vehicle?
Oh, good. She admitted the crime. That's good. That's always makes everyone's job easier.
What, the vehicle or the number plate?
The vehicle.
Well, that's the difference to the number plate.
Why is
It's
that?
not. Vic Roads doesn't have possession of this property.
Okay.
Holden does.
Okay.
So there's a VIN number that'll take you back to the Holden.
Holden is not a company anymore, so I don't own it.
I think it's a company. I just think it's
It's not.
overseas.
No, you're wrong. Just so
Okay,
you know.
no, that's okay. Correct me,
Yeah, Holden
please.
was an Australian company. They went bankrupt.
Oh, that's funny because the Australian government's about to go bankrupt
Is
too.
it? I just need to
Yep,
confirm.
okay. And what's
the
that going
number.
to accomplish? Sorry. They're not property of the state.
Yeah, they're yours.
No, they're not mine, but I have use of them.
Okay.
So
But
they're actually part of the car.
just not coming up on the
Actually, no,
system.
yeah, it's part of the car.
Well,
That
it's not
plate's
part of the
that
car.
plate's just it's been added on to the car. I'm not really sure,
Chloe,
but I've
Chloe,
personally.
Can I just have the VIN number, please?
Okay.
You know
but
that-
it's not registered, so will that help?
I just need the VIN number.
I'm trying to
I'd like
understand.
to confirm
I'm
it.
trying to understand as well, but yeah, that's fine.
No, it's all right because you've got a driver's license, but you refuse to show me your driver's license.
Sorry. Stand back. Get back. Naughty. Naughty Holden. We didn't need that yet.
You right with that?
Her car's name is Holden. Okay.
Yep.
Oh,
do that on purpose?
This car just knows everyone else is a phony.
No.
You're all phonies.
No, but it is ready to go if you do
I did catch the inner stand.
want to harass or maybe touch property that you don't have use of. I will have to. Well,
I've introduced you guys. This is my tiny stuffed animal. Cauldron Holefield. That's the joke. Okay. That is actually the name of what I named him.
she's going to get upset. This is, well,
It's a car.
exactly. And what's her name? A noun as well, so it's dead. So be very careful what you try to say I am.
42 B. What do you think that is? 25? 251?
25, maybe a 7.
You showed her a new place to stick a sticker, just so you know.
5.
25744.
257?
Is it? I'm not sure. It's
L.
either a 1 or oh, maybe it's an L.
4.
Damn, it's a bit dirty under there.
Yeah.
Your radio's going off. You've probably met my parents.
It hasn't come up. It hasn't come up.
Possibly wrong number.
Do you know what the original registration for the vehicle
Yes.
was? Oh, you do?
I do, yes.
Can you tell me that?
CLOE
C
L
L
O E.
Oh yeah.
Did it come up? How do you know? Why?
Why did you get rid of it?
I know it is cool, but it was property of the state.
So
Yeah.
you paid for personalised plates, but
I
then you
did.
don't use them.
Yeah.
Oh.
They're just,
Oh, okay.
well, yeah. I thought about selling them, but they kind of look good on the wall.
Yeah, right. No
But if you'd
worries.
like them back, I'm more than happy
I
to.
know they're yours because they're personalised
Yes,
plates.
that's
so
what I thought.
You own them.
Okay.
You probably should just put them on the car.
But then I can get done for being unregistered.
Well, you're going to get done for being.
If you had the license plate on the car because it's out of date, you are aware that you would get pulled over, but you're already getting pulled over without the plate. Didn't work out.
Unregistered today anyway.
But
'Cause
it's
the
not
car's
registered. It's well, it's property of Holden. If I had your plates on, then I could be done for registered. But look, I'm just excited to take this to court.
Okay.
Yeah. And actually, I just got done
I'm sure the court will be happy to have you, ma'am.
a couple of days ago.
Did you?
So I've got a summons coming,
Okay.
which is kind of exciting.
Well, this is only a
Invitation.
penalty notice.
Oh, I don't
So,
mind. Give me the whole notice.
I can issue a penalty notice via
I'm gonna be late.
text message today.
What's that mean?
I can do it to your phone.
Oh,
Do you
no
consent to
contract.
receiving it on
No,
your mobile
no.
phone?
No, I do
No?
not.
Okay. And your current address is?
Ooh,
Where do
you
where do
can't bind me
live?
to anything. In here. I live in here.
Where do you
What's your mailing address, ma'am?
sleep?
In here.
You sleep in there?
I live in here.
Where's your bed?
In here, everything is
Your
within
bed's in
inside
you.
me.
Do you think?
Sounds like it would get uncomfortable.
I think what you're saying sounds like ridiculous.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Where do you sleep? Because if you get outside of there and live in... You're dead, aren't you?
Yeah, right.
Because it's all concepts.
Yeah, right.
So I live in here. And
Ma'am, how many grams of mushrooms would you say you've taken in your life so far? Because I feel like whatever the answer is, it's too many. You've done too many drugs.
you can't bind me to anywhere outside of this place, because then I'd be dead.
Yeah?
And I don't like it. when people try to accuse me of being dead.
Can I ask you a question?
You're interesting.
You probably won't give me an answer.
Okay. Is this okay that I'm recording?
Yeah, I do.
Okay,
I'm
that's
recording
all right.
too. Can you answer this for me? Why do you have a valid driver's license?
Oh no, that's about to be cancelled. And then I'm going to hand it back to Vic Roads.
You could cancel it any day.
Really?
But you've chosen not to.
Oh, okay. This is interesting territory.
Yeah. 7 months ago?
Yep.
Yeah. You paid for a Victorian
I
driver's
did,
license.
$91.
Did she? What? What? So she's still paying for her driver's license to get updated, but she... What? Why? What? Don't get me wrong. I want her to have her driver's license. I want her to have her car registered. She's a crackpot, but if she's not hurting anyone, if she was following the law, whatever, you're allowed to be a crackpot. But, like, why? What are you doing? Do it or don't. What is this half in, half out?
Why?
Because I didn't know enough.
You didn't know enough?
Yeah.
You've learned it all in the last 7 months?
No, how can I? We're continuously changing.
Okay.
So
Can I
my
refer
life-
you to you as a sovereign
Police.
citizen? Is that?
Well, you can't. That's been debunked in court twice.
Okay. Well, how do
It's been debunked in court twice. What as?
you like to be referred to? What's this beliefs that you
Ah,
have?
beautiful question.
Yeah.
I don't have any religious construct.
Yeah.
So
Are you sure about that?
words, all I do is make sounds and exercise.
Okay.
So
Alright, could you stop being so up your ass and talk like a human being instead of acting as though everything you have to say is like so deep, man? Oh, very middle path of you.
technically, I don't bind myself to words.
You must be real fun at parties.
I don't go to parties. I don't party.
I'm not surprised.
No, I'm sorry. I'm just not interested.
So on the 18th of May 2023.
All right. Wow,
Yeah.
we're going back here.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
You decided at that point that you didn't want to re-register the motor vehicle.
2023. I
Yeah.
really wish it was longer than that. It's
Yeah.
only been about 2 years. Are we coming up to 2? Oh, we've just gone
How's
2
your
years.
maths going?
Not
So-
good. I failed.
so
I
Ma-
quit in year 10, 11.
This is probably primary school
This
stuff,
is-
but
yeah.
if it was May 2023, yeah, and it's July 2026,
May,
that
June,
would
July.
be
3 months.
just over 2 years.
Oh, I know. I
Oh.
try hard. I tried pretty well.
Not-
I
not
must
hard
say.
enough.
Hey,
Maybe it's
no,
your
it was a good
parents'
effort. No,
Maybe they
actually,
didn't
they
teach ya.
tried to warn me.
So you cancelled
That's
your
quite insulting, actually.
your registration. But
Yes.
you continued to pay for a driver's license.
I don't get it either.
Why would you do that? It's
He's just kind of roasting her at this point.
weird.
I don't think it really matters.
You don't want a
What do
contract
you want?
with the government.
What do you
But
want,
you
actually?
paid for a driver's license in December 2024. But
Yes.
you're your own person and you live
But
in
aren't we
here.
continuously
And
I love this man.
you're not
changing?
making contracts with anybody.
Why are you
but you
referring
still
to me as a
paid
dead
for
thing?
a driver's license.
Why are you talking about the past?
Why did you pay for a driver's
Why are you talking about the past? Because that's how we got here.
license?
Why are you here?
Yeah.
Why? I understand. I'm trying to.
Do you know what,
I'm
Chloe?
trying to understand
I
that point.
knew you wouldn't answer the question because you never answer any questions, but you can't ramble on
He's
about.
gonna start his own stream and be competition for Hannah. I hope not. He's much funnier. I can't compete with that accent.
Did you hear that?
No.
Why did you pay for a driver's
All
license?
I hear is blah, 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 words, religious.
La 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 la, I'm not listening. La 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 la. It's a brilliant legal strategy.
Concept. It's completely irrelevant because when we go to court, we can have a great conversation here, but at the end of the day, when we go to court, I'm not there to have a conversation.
I know.
I'm there to ask who's going to pay the debt.
Do you know?
Okay,
do you
and
know
I'm
how
going to
many
be very
people
generous.
Very similar to you that I've been to court.
You know
in
what?
relation to
I can
issues?
tell because you're good at calming and talking and asking the right questions.
Oh, it's because I don't buy
and doing
into
what
your
you-
problems. I don't.
Well, you don't have to, and I'm not
No.
buying into yours. And I'm
No.
saying you can't force your religious observance onto I. And here you are imposing your will, telling me I have an address, I did something months ago. I'm here right now. Tell me, where's the crime? Who have I hurt? Because there's people out there that are getting their houses broken into, getting stabbed, having all sorts of issues. May I put this down?
Yeah.
And you're here to give me a hard time about...
Did you know that the police can never stop you for traffic because somewhere someone might be getting murdered? Is that how life works? Is that really how you think life works?
What? And I've asked you, if you want to go to the station, let's go.
I don't need to go to the
Or,
station.
so what do you need
I'll tell you,
so what do you want from I?
at the moment, I'm just issuing
What do you want from I?
a penalty notice for driving an unregistered motor
Wow,
vehicle.
this takes so long. Yeah, those two are the young coppers.
Okay.
They caught up with me the other day.
Yeah.
They didn't.
And what happened?
I think they were just inexperienced.
Why?
It was just a lot of conversations and they had more ability to kind of listen.
Throwing shade at the officer, saying he's not listening.
And
they had more of a ability to listen.
Yeah, and kind of trying to comprehend my concept instead of just forcing theirs onto me.
Okay.
Because at the end of the day, I'm not a thing or an object.
Yeah.
So to tell me that I'm a word is to say I'm dead, and you're conspiring to commit murder on the record. So when we go to court and you keep asking me my name, and I've broken the assumption of being a name because this is clearly not a name, then you're going to get in a little bit of trouble if you still try to call me a name.
Do you watch this back after you record it and see how ridiculous you sound?
No, but plenty of people online tell me.
How ridiculous you sound?
Yeah.
And you still do it?
Oh, it depends if it's good enough. I think it's educational, purposeful, entertaining. Yeah. This is my little journey and you've come into it and that's okay. Just don't impose your will onto me and I won't impose my will onto you. You can send a letter, you can send a fine, but none of it stands up because it's all dead. It's all a dead religious construct. And I'm standing here going, none of that's me.
Okay, when you fail to pay a bunch of your tickets and you end up getting a bench warrant, the cops that show up to arrest you are going to be plenty alive. Will you accept that? Will you accept when they show up to arrest you for the bench warrant? I kind of doubt it.
None of that's I. So how can I bind myself to something that isn't truthfully I? It can't describe me. Can you describe this? You can still respond, correct?
Sorry, I'm just busy.
Well, I was busy too, and now you've made me miss my run.
It's unfortunate.
Well, I don't mind, but I did kind of get up to go for a run, but that's all right. I'll go anyway.
It also sounds like you've chosen to drive an unregistered motor
I haven't. I'm not doing business. Can you produce evidence that I'm doing business? Conducting commerce? Yay or nay? Mate, I came here to go for a run, not to get...
Did she cut out the part where he said no? Because there was a cut there.
I'm doing business? Conducting commerce? Yay.
Is that the part, like, did he say, like, that none of that's relevant and she wanted to cut it out? One sec.
Yay or nay?
Sorry about that.
Mate, I came here to go for a run, not to get harassed by a religious government that don't know the Constitution. You want me to bring that up too? Because you're here, so we may as well. Jeez. I hate this sometimes, I'm busy. Alright, 116 of the Constitution. Hang on, just one last minute.
That's where I'm going to be sending the penalty notice for driving
Well,
an
you can't. It needs to
unregistered
be a
motor vehicle
PO
today.
box. Well, I'm glad that you can have a conversation.
Is that where you want it sent?
No.
It's no?
No.
Where would you like the penalty notice sent?
What's the cop shop address?
You want it sent there? Yeah?
Why not?
You're going to pick it up?
No, why would I? It's not me. Why would I pick something up that's
All right.
not mine?
Okay.
Commonwealth
All right.
not to
Chloe, you're not to drive a
legislate.
motor vehicle that's unregistered.
Stop me.
If you continue to drive, yeah,
Yes.
you'll be continuing the offence.
Let's
okay?
go to court then.
It doesn't.
That's what I'm waiting for.
Why?
What do you mean why? So we can relearn the law, because right here, right now, you're not even willing to listen to it. How about this? The government, you, shall not make laws or establish any religion, because you already are a religion, for imposing any religious observance, which you're trying to force words onto me,
I'm a religion, am I?
or for prohibiting the free exercise of any religion. Now you're not letting me do my religion and you're imposing your will.
I'm sure you're right. Are we?
You talking is your religion?
That's it? That's all you got?
What?
Come on, let's deal with this.
What do you mean?
It is a novel strategy that she's just defining everything she doesn't like as religion and trying to say, like, oh, you're forcing your religion on me. It's nonsensical bullshit that's not gonna do anything, but it's certainly novel.
We have to go to court?
No, why?
Well, why not? So what? We just keep having cool convos on the side of the road?
No, I'm going to send you a penalty notice for
But
driving an
I
unregistered
can't pick
motor
up
vehicle.
something that's not mine, huh? Eyes here. How can I? What is
Okay.
the name?
Yeah.
So is there any way further we can speed this up?
Yeah, you could start acting a little bit more normal. That'd help.
Coming from that. Nah. Okay. No worries. What do you go by? What do you go by?
I don't know, Mr. Religion or something.
All right. Goodbye, Mr. Religion. That was quite entertaining.
Send you the penalty notice in the mail, sorry.
I think we'll be seeing each other again.
Probably. If you're driving unregistered motor vehicles, that's highly likely.
This is going to get interesting, isn't it?
Why is she treating this like a game?
It's for you.
Like she's so like fucking like a little gremlin about it. Like, oh, we'll see. Like, it's not a game, lady. You're gonna go to jail if you keep this shit up.
Miss a senior. I can tell. The other boys were hopeless. You've got a little bit more composure.
I've been in the court with plenty of people just like
Okay.
you, and I've always won, so.
Oh, it's fun. Something new, isn't it?
Yeah.
God. Fucking weird, impish, like, chaos energy.
See you later. Stall me next time. Tell those other boys that they had a headlight out the other day. There, a tail light and a front light. Them boys, the young fellas the other day, they had the copper light. I forgot to mention that the front left was out. And yeah, the back right, I think.
It was defective.
What does that mean?
Because it wasn't roadworthy, so it got defective.
The cop car?
The other one, yeah.
Oh, wow. Well, enjoy it. This one looks good. Nice.
Jesus Christ. Why can't we have more cops like this guy and less like the cops we got? Because the kind of person who becomes a cop in America, the profile of a guy in particular that becomes an American cop is someone who's incredibly insecure and feels the need to constantly like try and use force against people to make themselves feel powerful. Anyway.
So for those who's here now and for those who's going to be watching the replay, I prepared this official project launch presentation because I want to commemorate this time in history. This is a pivotal time in history where we've taken another step forward. We graduated again, where we have launched the American Government Resurgence Project after 17 months of development. The initial idea spawning from that one little postcard.
Oh, sorry, this is random, but by the way, tomorrow we are going to be doing the patron-only live show. We're also going to be doing a regular stream, but we will be doing a Patreon and YouTube member-only live show. So if you want to be a part of that and gain access to the VODs of the previous ones, we generally watch a public domain movie together, and it's a lot of fun. Join the Patreon as a paid member or become a member on YouTube.
Idea that I presented to Anna in that coordinator training call back February 2024 is when it started. And as people came on board.
Not sure what the movie is yet. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I have an idea, but I don't know if I want to do it. On a completely unrelated note, look at my unopened copy of White Man's Burden, starring John Travolta and Harry Belafonte. Look it still literally has the security fucking tags on it from 1999. Yeah. Is anyone familiar with White Man's Burden? White Man's Burden is a terrible made-for-TV movie from the 90s, in which it basically, how do I put this? The racial relationship between white and black people is reversed. So in this movie, white people are the ethnic minority, or racial minority rather, in the United States, and John Travolta basically talks like a stereotype of a black man the whole movie, because he's supposed to be the black guy of the movie, because white people are black and black people are white socially in the movie. It's fucking ridiculous. Anyway, terrible movies aside.
And saw the potential of the project. It went 17 months into development. To July 1st, we actually launched the project. So we're commemorating that in history, and that's what this presentation is about. The American Government Resurgence Project has two primary goals. One is to gain the recognition from the American people, our employees, and the world nations as America's only government. And two, to achieve...
Have I seen Black White? Yes, but it was a long time ago. I do want to watch it on stream someday. Lance with 100 bits says, I feel compelled to remind everyone about Save the Pearls. You're welcome.
A systemic solution to get the remedy for the American people and end that 160-year-old...
How does one have a sealed DVD snapper case in 2025? Provenance!
Old criminal fraud scheme that's being perpetrated upon us by our employees. As we have now launched this project, I want us to take on this mindset, to make a note to self. We are a government. I know I repeat that often because it's a shift in your mindset you have to make to posture ourselves as a government.
Why does it say note to self at the bottom? We are a government. Like, what is the... Okay, I'm sorry. I've been thinking about White Man's Burden, the movie. Take on the mindset. Be transparent. Like, what's the visual... It's like she's aware that presentations will generally have visual components, but she doesn't know how. Does that make sense? Like, it's the idea of a visual. Like, it's not really telling me anything.
As a government, we have to be accountable to the people that we serve. We have to be transparent in our government activities. We have to be competent in our roles that we play. We have to be just in our interactions toward each other. We have to be accessible to the American public. We have to be knowledgeable of the fraud and the true American history. We have to be professional in our conduct.
Wonder what she considers true American history.
And we have to be organized in our assemblies and organized in our public meetings. So I encourage everybody to take on that mindset and posture yourselves as a government. Now, as we're going out there doing our county tours, there's several messages we need to make clear to the American public. And that is, we are the government, and we are America's only government. That is a message that we have to deliver to the American public and make it clear to them. The government...
Yeah, I don't think sedition is like a good idea generally when you don't have a military.
That they know now is not the government. It's a government. It is a government, but it's not America's government, and it's not the government.
Except it is, because, you know, they're the government. They're literally the state. They are the apparatus. They have the people, the systems, the guns, quite frankly. So, like, In what way are they not the state? In what way are they not the government? You can articulate that you don't like the government, that's fine, but to outright rhetorically claim they are not the government is delusional?
Other messages that we need to make clear to the American public is that they have a birthright. Your nationality at birth translates into a birthright political status called an American state national. There is no citizenship at birth in America.
We literally have birthright citizenship. We literally have birthright citizenship under, I believe, the 14th Amendment.
U.S. citizenship is only by employment.
Incorrect.
That's got to be made clear to them. They have a right to assemble. And assemble what? They have a right to assemble themselves in their own local communities as their right of self-governance, and to be that missing American town. Their communities is that American town that need to be reconstructed, and they have a duty to govern, and they have a right to self-govern.
We have birthright citizenship for now. Yeah, if the Supreme Court actually full-on hears that case and deems that, like, birthright citizenship isn't a thing, that's the hard line for me of, like, okay, it's over. I've already it's pretty over, but that's the one for where I'm like, okay, all right, it's done.
Govern. So all those little cities and all those little villages need to be reconstructed into a American town. We need to tell them that. We need to let them know that they need to correct the public record with a declaration, direct declaration of political status, a declaration of nationality, naturalization, and make notice to the de facto that you are no longer, and you did not intend to be an accomplice to the human trafficking of birth registrations.
Birth certificates are not human trafficking for the 50th time. Let's move on. Oh, geez. This one sucks. Now, you don't have to like the Ramsey show. That's fine. But I do find that this call pretty interesting. So if you want to hear the other end of what it's like to be married to a sovereign citizen, this video will let you know. Nearest, what do you want me to look up in Black's Law Dictionary?
Companies in seconds at Xandr.com.
I have a bit of a conundrum. I have taken over handling our finances from my husband.
Citizenship?
Just say he got into the sovereign citizen thing about 7 years ago.
I'm close to Canada. I'll figure it out if I need to.
I asked him not to make any decisions, but he did and didn't tell me.
Tell me tell us about sovereign citizen thing.
To the best of your knowledge, what is it?
The best of my knowledge is it's a group of people who don't believe that our government is actually a government.
Citizen, someone who, by either birth or naturalization, is a member of a political community owing allegiance and protection. Or wait, I skipped a line, sorry. Owing allegiance to the community and being entitled to enjoy all its civil rights and protections. A member of the civil state entitled to all of its privileges.
That when Congress let out in the early 1900s that the same people didn't come back in, and they passed laws around our taxes and everything else, and that it's unconstitutional, and that when we were born, our Social Security number is used as collateral by the government, and so we have billions and billions and billions of dollars in an account somewhere.
That's the SESTK account you hear sovereign citizens talk about. They think you have a secret bank account that the government created that has millions or billions of dollars that secretly belongs to you. And if you want to find out how to unlock those riches, just buy my secret program. It's fraud. None of it's true.
And our signature can pay off debt. Just our signature.
Oh.
We don't have to pay back loans. We don't have to pay our mortgage. We don't have to pay anything.
Cool.
So,
that's a fantastic idea. And you seem to know a lot about this. Like, you've just heard your hubs weighing on and on and on about this, it sounds like.
Yeah, not just that, but in our arguments of me talking about.
I don't know how anyone would live with that. That sounds like a nightmare. Being married to someone who, like, is genuinely just going to ruin your life. Holy fuck.
Being good stewards and having good character, and when we say we're going to pay something back and we sign it, that because we said it and we signed it, that we need to do it. And
right. So this.
And he. Yeah.
Whew. So this has put you guys in a spot, I'm guessing.
Extreme spot.
What? Tell us. What hole are you in?
Well, like I said, that's what he felt about the government. So he stopped paying our taxes.
Right.
He stopped paying our mortgage and our car loans, and
we know from Kat how well that tends to work out.
A home loan that we got years.
She needs to leave this guy so bad.
Ago. And he stopped paying all of it. So when I took over last year, and a couple of months in, one of the elders in my church gave me a number for a company to help me work on the back taxes.
Ah, elder of the church. So I'm guessing divorce is not allowed. That sounds elder of the church. Sounds Mormon. So I'm assuming God'll cry if she gets a divorce from this psycho.
And so now I have that extra bill, and I'll just give you some numbers. Taxes are over $500,000, including all the fees.
Over $500,000!
My God.
Mortgage, they tried to close on the mortgage. They tried to foreclose twice. The sheriff showed up. And like I said, I didn't know about any of this.
Right.
I found out when the sheriff came and said, here's your foreclosure papers. You need to be in court next week. And then I told my husband he needed to pay it. So he got us caught up. And then they repossessed my car. And so I told him he needed to pay it, and I got my car back. And then he didn't pay for another 7 months, and they came out with foreclosure papers again. And
I can't believe they let you do that for 7 months even. I've never been that far behind, like, on any 7 months. Jesus, I'd just be an anxious mess.
Hold
on one
need to
second.
feel like I'm safe.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
is interesting to me. So forget the conspiracy stuff that he's all in and all this kind of stuff, but he's holding the money. He's not spending it, it sounds like.
He did the first time. The second time, he works for himself. And
Doing what?
We only he's
Construction.
the contractor.
Yeah.
Building homes?
And
a lot of it's construction, I've noticed. A lot of sovereign citizen types who make money and try and hide it from the government are like contractors or people who work in construction. I don't know if they're getting paid like under the table or what the deal is, but I've noticed that as a pattern. I don't know why that is. But I have noticed there is an abnormally large amount of sovereign citizens who are involved in construction or contractor work.
No, it's commercial work, and it's very specialized, and he makes really good money.
Okay.
I'd be really worried to have anything built by that guy. He doesn't even pay his own taxes. What are the chances he follows building codes correctly?
So my point is like he's not spending this money. He just doesn't want to give it to the government or to the mortgage company or anything else. But it sounds like every time they come threatening, he goes out in the backyard, digs up a coffee can, and provides the money. Is that what I'm hearing?
Not really.
Well, you just said he paid it. He paid the car.
Yeah.
He paid the
first time.
Oh.
The first time he did that with the mortgage. The second time with the mortgage, we lucked out that he got paid a little extra that month, and so that went to pay that back mortgage. And then with the car, I don't know what he did. I think he talked them into putting everything towards the end of the loan to get us caught up.
Oh gosh, so there's a giant balloon payment at the end.
Yeah, but
So is he now getting
like
out
I
of
said-
the? Is he out of the finances and he's not doing any of this nonsense and he's now letting you pay things on time?
He's agreed to let me do it. He doesn't agree with me.
Well, I don't care about that part. At
Have you
least
told
he's-
him that you prefer to not be homeless? That it's your American right?
Yes,
to want to have
yes, I
shelter?
have.
Okay, what does he
Yes.
think about that? This guy doesn't seem like he cares about providing for you. Seems like he's more into his
Well-
little conspiracy group.
Yeah, well, we said the same thing about, he says he doesn't care about money, and but I said to him, so why don't
Okay, you need, like, I don't want you to be obsessed with money. That's never healthy. But you need to care in the sense that you're responsible and pay for the things that you are required to pay. What do you mean you don't care about money? You need it to live. You need it for food and shelter and clothing. What in the hell? Overthought says, got lucky. They could pay it off the second time, aka he scammed someone out of some money, allegedly. Dillis Filler says, if she's Mormon and she was not married to him in the temple ceremony, they can get divorced, though depending on their community, there may be some social consequences. If you were married in the temple, you can get divorced with permission from a very higher-ups in the church. I'm guessing they would say no to this. I would imagine the bar would have to be at, like, abuse of a pretty severe variety. I don't know, though. I'm not going to talk for Mormon religious elders, because I'm not one.
you just give it to the people you said you'd give it to? Why are you keeping it? But he's not really keeping it either. He does like to spend, and we have no savings.
Do you
When
guys
the
have
market
one
crash-
joint account, or does he have a separate account that he spends from?
Well, the state came after him and took money out of the account, about 25 grand, which was every penny that we had. So he changed banks. They did it again. So he changed banks.
You think changing banks is gonna... You idiot! They're the government! They can take it out of anywhere! They can take it from anywhere!
Again. So what I did when I hired that company is he didn't like keeping receipts. So I found all of the banks that we had for those years, and I've been systematically going through the bank statements to itemize the Senate company so we can at least have some kind of deductions on that. And I still have 3 years left to do of all of that, and I have no idea.
Have
what
you pulled a
IRS
credit
thinks
report
yet.
for both of you?
Yes.
Okay,
I
what's
actually
the
did that
total
last week.
damage?
Their credit must be 0. It's like literally not even possible, but it's gotta be. I don't even. What's the lowest your credit can be other than 0? Because there is like a bar at the bottom, but it's not 0. I don't remember what it is. Like 300 or something. 350. Ah.
Total that we owe.
Yeah.
I don't know the total yet. I know we still owe about 170 on our home. Our home is valued now around between 500 and 600. I'm not exactly sure because I haven't had it done. We've been in our home for 20 years.
Okay. And you owe
I have-
$500,000 to the IRS. And what about these
Yep.
cars?
They repoed the
There's
cars.
about 50,000
Oh.
on the cars. There's
Oh no, they
about
got them back. Sorry.
20,000 on a home loan. About 65,000 in student debt.
Credit cards?
We had no credit cards until a couple weeks ago. My dad
Now is not the time, probably, to open new lines of credit.
told me that he pays his house bills with a credit card, and he just goes and he pays off the bill right then so that he can earn cash back. And so I thought that might be a good idea for me. One
It's
way
a
I can try
terrible
to help.
idea.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is anyone in your life financially responsible?
Well, my dad is. He has no.
No, he's
debt.
not.
He-
If you pay the mortgage with a credit card, you're incurring an extra fee, which negates any cash back you could ever want. So,
Okay.
Mary, I don't know that we can help you in a 2-minute call. This is a nightmare, and I'm scared you're going to go down with this guy, and you're both going to be in prison
Right.
if you keep this up.
Yeah, this is a
Yeah, I don't know how they even got a credit card.
This is a marriage situation where you've got to put a stop to this with him. He's putting you in such a reckless situation.
At this point, you need to protect yourself.
Yes.
I would separate accounts. Are you working full time?
I am not. I'm not able to.
Yeah.
Are you on
Guessing Mormon?
disability?
No. I was a stay-at-home mom for 25 years.
All right,
and
tell
I
you
was
what.
working at my church last year.
Okay,
and
so Mary,
because
hang
of
on.
all of this, I lost my.
Mary, hang on. We got to do a quick commercial break. We'll come back and try to help you.
All right, Mary,
Jesus.
you back with us?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, so I heard you have $500,000 in back taxes to the IRS. You have $50,000 in car loans, $20,000 in a home equity loan, 65.
Sounds Mormon. Well, don't worry. I have an exclusive business opportunity for her. She can girl boss from home and make extra money that she can pay back to the IRS. Let me tell you about doTERRA, okay?
$5,000 in student loans, and then you got $170 left on the mortgage, and the house is worth about $500 or $600.
And we all.
YF. No. YF. We're back? People are saying back?
Also,
refresh. People are saying back. Okay.
My husband was in the hospital last year for an extended period of time, so we also have about $70,000 in medical debt.
Okay, so
And
that
I'm supposed to be having
$60,000 in medical. Jesus.
Have about $70,000 in medical debt.
America, America, America.
Okay, so
And
that.
I'm supposed to be having surgery coming up, so I'm about to cancel it.
Oh boy, do you guys have insurance? Do you know what it's going to cost you?
Well, he didn't want to buy insurance either, so I.
Lady, this guy's killing you. This man is killing you. Oh, Jesus Christ.
I just
You
got
guys don't
insurance
have health
in
insurance?
April. We didn't, but we do now. But it won't pay for anything until next year.
Actually,
on the
nanobots
date
things
that
are
I
following.
signed.
Oh my goodness. What's the
Yeah.
surgery for?
I had total knee replacement.
Oh my gosh.
And you told us that you can't work.
I've been trying to work. I was working. I'm a worship leader, and so I was at my church, and I was struggling, and I went to my pastor with this, and he talked to the elders and deacons, and I did too, and I ended up losing my position out of safety for the church.
So you went to your church elders and said how tough everything was, and they said, oof, we can't have her working here on our insurance. Okay, fuck off. Oh, there's that Christian love for you.
What does that mean, safety? Was the church in harm's way?
They didn't want the liability.
Because, well, if I got arrested because of all of this,
So
it
even
would.
they see the writing on the wall.
Oh yes, and they were talking with him too. I told him I required him to start talking with an elder or find someone who's a mentor who knows the word that he could talk.
Oh my God! Stop looking for Jesus stuff. Find a financial advisor. You know what? You could maybe find a financial advisor named Jesus. Is that close enough? Would that make you happy? Do something that isn't church. I'm begging you. Altered Undying says, now I'm hearing the Kill Bill sirens.
To about these things that he believes. And he did finally agree to go to counseling with me, but he's not talking to anybody. He doesn't
Oh my God, this is terrible.
Agree with them. He thinks they all held him accountable in a meeting. He even said, he doesn't believe this, but he said that he thought I was being unfaithful because I didn't agree with him, and that he
Oh my God, and he's accusing her of cheating because she's not into this shit? Fuck this guy. This guy's a huge piece of fucking shit.
the right to divorce me, according to what Paul said.
What is keeping
And-
you guys together at this point?
Well, I know he loves me, and I know...
No, he doesn't. He does not love you. What do you think love is?
That he's working at it, and I do love him. We've been together for 30 years.
Oh, this is depressing.
And
Okay, but none
I
of
know
that
that God
actually
can do
shows that
anything.
he loves you.
Yeah, I don't see a guy who
They have kids. They're adults, though. They're adult children. She was a stay-at-home mom.
loves you.
if they came and repoed my wife's car, put me on the street, and made me homeless because my wife said, I don't want to pay bills, I don't know how that's love. A love requires action.
Yeah.
It must have been love, but it's over now. But I lost it somehow.
Mary, I didn't
Well,
plan
he said
to.
that I could take care of the finances. So he said, I'll
What does he
earn it
make?
and you can take care of it.
Well, but if he's spending it, Mary, you already said that he's been spending it. So
He needs to lose access to any money in this household.
Well, at this point, he's not spending because I'm controlling the finances, and he's
I don't know if I believe that. I don't believe you.
agreed to ask.
Like, I'm not saying she's lying. I just find it hard to believe that he's giving up that control to her as much as she is claiming. I don't think he's comfortable with that. How could he be when he's like this?
Me before he buys anything, but he wouldn't be able to even if he wanted to because of the way our debt is now.
Right.
Yeah, you guys
he also
can't make
had-
minimum
I forgot
payments on any of this.
$30,000 in contract labor. That's another debt.
He should not be running his own business.
Right.
What does he make?
Close to $300 a year.
Okay.
He makes $300,000 a year? This man should have no problems financially. If you make $300,000 a year, you should be doing okay. Unless you live in, like, New York City or LA, like the most expensive cities in the country to live in, you are probably fine. You should be fine. How insane that you make that much money. More than the vast majority of Americans will ever make in their lifetime per year. And you're destroying it like this? That's nuts.
Okay. So there's some good
Sometimes
news in
more.
all of this mess. He's got a great
Yeah.
shovel that if you take control of, we can clean this mess up. And if
That's
I
what
were
I'm
you
trying to
guys,
do.
can I just throw out a plan and see how you like it?
Yeah.
The number
absolutely.
one debt to focus on right now is that IRS debt. Pay
That's
these
what I'm
back
doing,
taxes.
yes.
So that's what I would focus on first, followed by all this consumer debt. I wouldn't worry about the mortgage right now. In fact, I would consider selling the house and renting to clean up this mess faster.
Really?
Yes.
Because you have over $200,000 in consumer debt alone. You have $500,000 to the IRS, and then you have the $170,000 mortgage. So we're
Skifazoa with 51 months at tier 2 says, fuck this guy, and not in the good way.
approaching $1 million in debt.
Yeah. And Mary,
Right.
they're not. The IRS is not going to play around. This guy has
Yeah.
already put you guys in a very precarious situation. I think the church was wrong to let you go, but the church was scared out of their mind. And honestly,
Yeah.
I'm scared for you. And I one more conspiracy Facebook post that your husband clicks on, and he goes dark on all this again, and you're going down with him. And this guy's gone to
I told him I would
counseling.
leave him if he did that.
You what?
I told him I would leave if he did that.
Yeah, but it's too late. If he takes you down with him, and then you go, well, that's the final straw. Now's the time to leave him until he changes. He has been confronted by pastoral staff. He's been confronted by a counselor,
Sheriffs.
and sheriffs. And when he's been confronted, he comes up with some crazy idea that you're cheating on him. You're the best woman in the world. I think most women would have long since left this clown.
Yeah.
And I know you love him, and I'm not trying to be derogatory, but I'm telling you as a stranger who you called to ask my opinion, this is beyond bananas.
You're in an unsafe situation.
You are very unsafe. And he could say he loves you, but this is not the act of love.
No, I know. And that's why I called you, because I don't want to go to jail, but I didn't know he was doing this.
I know you didn't. And at this point, I think you can prove that you didn't. And I love that you have control of the finances, but I would be completely making myself independent. George, listen, Mary, in the next few minutes, I want you to pay attention to what George says, because you need to get independent of your husband right now. Financially first, and I would put the ultimatum down that this dude does massive life change and proves it to you in some very specific ways before you ever even talk to this guy again. That's how serious I think this is. George, I want her to protect herself financially. What would you do if she was your mom? What would you do?
I would get your name off of anything he's connected to and make sure that everything is under your control and that he can cause no further damage. I would freeze all of his credit so that he can't go into debt even if he wanted to behind your back.
Yep, it's
You
good.
can freeze his credit with all 3 credit bureaus. And I'm going to gift you a session with a financial coach because the depth of your situation is far beyond what we can cover on a Ramsey Show call. And I want to make sure that we can serve you well.
We want to help.
And help you take the right next step. So we're going to gift that to you. It's free. It's on us to get on a financial coaching call with someone to walk you through this for what what your specific area is. There's a lot of logistics here to walk through.
Yeah.
But I do think that it's probably wise for you guys to sell this house.
I agree.
And maybe you go live on your own and rent somewhere.
I agree.
I don't know what that looks like financially for you with his income and you not having one. That's going to be difficult. But cleaning up the IRS debt is A1. Then I would do the debt snowball for the rest of these debts, focus on the smallest balances first, knock them out, and freeing up a payment along the way. And you'll knock out the mortgage by selling the house, and it'll probably leave you with about $300,000 in profits that you can use to knock out over half of this IRS debt.
Yeah. I listen.
I think
I'd
they
go to
already-
go to your dad. I'd go to some family right now. You need to be around some safe people.
I'd probably talk to an attorney and figure out what your rights are, and
Yeah.
if if you're the quote innocent spouse in the situation, will you be absolved of whatever crimes he's committed? I don't know.
Yeah. Is that who I would talk to about getting my name off of things?
Well, your name off of things would be refinancing. If your name is on there, I don't know that they'll just remove your name. But you can contact every lender that's out there that has his name on it and see if you can get out of it and say, listen, things that you weren't a part of, if he went and took any of these debts out behind your back, I don't know. There's so much here to unpack. I'm so sorry you're going through this. And right now, I'm more concerned about your safety than anything else right now.
Yeah. Hang on the line, Mary. We're going to get you connected to a financial coach that can walk with you on this. And I'm so sorry. But you got to fight for you right now.
That's nuts. I can't even imagine. I cannot even imagine what that's like. This is one of the reasons that I talk about people like Cameron, by the way, is because even though they believe all the things they're doing, I believe they're harming people. They're putting people in situations like that caller. It's just not great.
And the people of the world are going to get hurt here. And the U.S. military and the militaries of the world are all in on it. As they open our borders and disarm the people, we are going to be infiltrated worldwide by our enemies. Because why? The people didn't set up the enemies. The postal system set up the enemies. Because before the military goes into their military branches in every country in the world, they go get their postal registration number. Then they go into their respective branches of the military. And then they go fight the postal wars. It's the shareholders and stakeholders of the Universal Postal Union, whose day is over, it ended in 2003, who are still perpetrating the fraud against the people through their fictitious grammar banking system, through their fictitious grammar blurred lines, through their thwarting of our food, through their manipulation of our water, through the splicing of our medicines that they claim are good for us, that don't cause cures, that perpetrate the problem, that prolong the insurance companies to make more money on the underwriting of people going in and out of their foreign vessels and dry docks, the hospitals. It is a never-ending cesspool.
The visuals are slop, but this is an actual guy talking.
Of nonsense. And it needs to stop. And it needs to stop now.
Yeah, that's the postal master guy. He's real, but he does like AI images, because he sucks.
You know, my ex-business partner, David Lincoln Miller, he was a heck of a guy. Genius. One of the smartest men I've ever been around. I had a 22-year relationship with this guy as a business partner, right? We went everywhere. We met in different locations with different corporation heads worldwide. You know who I am. You know that he was your puppet. I'm not your puppet.
Yeah, this is the guy that used to work under David-Win Miller. This is Russell-J Gould. So that guy died, and after he died, this guy took over the grift, and now he's accusing the original guy of being a traitor?
I will not be thwarted around, run into court systems, run down, beat up. Those days are over. There are good people within the military. You have families in your countries. You love your families. If you love your families, and if your families love you, then you need to come forward.
That AI mustache is not right. That mustache is bad.
I know for a fact that I have life birth claimants that have claims to the life with me that are active duty military here in the United States who have been called in by the military investigation teams. There's nothing to investigate. Treason.
There's nothing to investigate.
Is treason. It's been treason since 1999. There's a few mass murderers that need round.
Tonight we're gonna treason like it's 1999.
And the scare tactics towards our fellow mankind need to be lifted off the social engineering.
Well, that's something. Thanks.
Starting with a blank page can be overwhelming. Grammarly gives you a head start. Simply type a prompt to instantly...
This is probably the
Grammarly
last
now
video we're
uses
gonna
AI
watch,
to
by the
help you
way.
write, not just revise. Type a prompt.
Just one more short video, and then we'll call it an evening. Like I said, tomorrow we are going to be doing the YouTube member and patron-only member stream. So if you want to be a part of that, become a member on YouTube or join the Patreon as a paid member.
Had someone that was pulled over recently in this little town, and I was on the phone with him, and the police officer comes and writes the ticket, et cetera, et cetera. I'm going to kind of get to the, I'm going to breeze through it. After he writes the ticket, he approaches the window and he hands the ticket to the gentleman. And I told him, I said, you don't have to sign that ticket. And so the officer starts yelling, says, you better sign the ticket. If you don't sign the ticket, I'm going to pull you out of the car. I'm going to handcuff you and take you to jail.
Yeah, often when you sign for a ticket or whatever, it's a signature saying that you're going to show up for the court date or pay the ticket. So if you don't sign it, often cops will have to arrest you because you're not guaranteeing that you're going to show up in court or pay the ticket. So that's why that happens sometimes.
So, of course, I said a few things to him, and he was very belligerent. And I said, well, officer, what are you going to arrest him for? He says, obstruction. I said, okay. So him refusing to sign your contract is obstruction. He goes, well, it's not a contract. I said, yes, it is.
It's not. It's a ticket.
Contract. He says, right, I'm going to arrest him for obstruction.
Have you seen any of Season 3 of Strange New Worlds? Not yet.
So we get all this on tape.
I'm going to have to I have to cancel my Paramount Plus, actually. I'll find another way to watch it, but I don't want to support them after the shit that's going on.
The following day, we call the police chief.
How goes the de-slurring of Marcel? I haven't actually. I do need to do that. We got to do the third part of that, don't we? Sorry, it's been a bit.
Chief of that town. I have personally had a run-in with this police chief. He's not a very nice person, put it that way. So we're on the phone with the police chief. I'm kind of being quiet. This particular gentleman says, hey, my name is so-and-so. Last night, one of your officers pulled me over. I have a third party online, he says. And he says, the officer wrote me a ticket and then told me if I didn't sign it, he was going to take me to jail. And the police chief says, oh, yeah, that's an arrestable offense in the state of Louisiana. If you don't sign these tickets, we can take you to jail. So this particular individual, says a few more things, and the chief kind of barks back at him. And so this man says, well, chief, can you direct me to the state statute that says that I am subject to imprisonment if I don't sign the ticket? And the chief starts getting really belligerent. And he's like, sir, this is an ongoing investigation, so I really can't comment anymore. And I'm thinking, an ongoing investigation because of a speeding ticket, really?
No, it's okay, Spokane Dogman.
So the gentleman asked him one more time. He says, look, I'm just asking for the statute. And he hangs up on him, right? So I want to bring everyone's attention to something. All of these little towns counties, whatever you have. They are municipalities, okay? On this particular building where you supposedly go to court, it is the city's municipal building because the city is a municipality. And I want to direct everyone's attention to the definition of municipality. It's a noun. It says a primary urban political unit having corporate, and it says see, corporate status and usually
It doesn't mean oh my god, they do this all the time. They don't mean corporate or incorporated in the private business sense. A town becomes incorporated in the sense that it is a group of people coming together for a common purpose. It doesn't mean it's a private corporation. Dillis Filler says, speaking of Grammarly, here's a cleanse.
This is not a...
Oh god, it's 8 minutes though. I can't watch that for 8 minutes. On stream.
The governing body of a municipality. So then you click on corporate.
I can play a little bit of it after this video though, probably.
Sense. So it says corporate, having the responsibilities and liabilities of a normal corporation. Okay. So a municipality is nothing more than a corporation. It is literally where, because this particular town didn't have a court until about 3 or 4 years ago. If you got a ticket in this town, they would send you up to the district court, the parish court, but they would have to share the pie with them. So they got hip to the game. They built their own building and they called it a court, and they got some guy sitting there with a black robe on that adjudicates all these tickets. But they're literally just corporations. It says it in their name.
No, not in the way that you were describing.
So it'd be
they're governmental entities.
the same thing if
They're not Starbucks or McDonald's or
I
whatever.
bought 5,000 acres of land and put a bunch of houses on it. I could just go buy me some police cars and start running around writing tickets. Set me up a little.
No, you can't do that just cause.
It's a corporation. I want everyone to understand that. Where they gain their
Each state has its own rules regarding incorporation of new towns or cities or townships or whatever, and they have specific rules about that and policing.
quote-unquote jurisdiction is number one, through the registration of your automobile. Whenever you go to a car dealership and you buy an automobile, it's an automobile. You've never gone to a motor vehicle dealership in your life because they don't exist, right?
What?
They take the MCO of this car, they send it off to the state destroys it, prints out a title with the state's name at the top of it. That gives them jurisdiction of it. You then put that plate on the back of your car, that's a state flag. That's what tells an officer he has jurisdiction.
They have jurisdiction because you're in the state. That's it. That's the reason.
Then he comes up to the window and he gets your driver's license, which is what they call an adhesion contract with the state. Of course, they don't give you the terms and conditions of this adhesion contract, but these people believe that by the registration and by the driver's license, they own the body of you. And they're going to do everything with the person of you.
How is it this foreign of a concept to them that there's just laws and they apply to people? They have to come up with this convoluted series of events that gives jurisdiction. You live in society where people using the government impose rules over people all the time. It's that simple.
Out there will tell you that whenever you sign for that driver's license, you adopt what they call driving privileges. They can stick a needle in your arm and pull out blood. They can, force you to do this. They don't need search warrants. You bypass and waive all of your rights. Where all that falls apart on them is a Poindexter case by the Supreme Court that says if you waive your rights, it has to be a knowingly and intelligent act based on all the information. So none of these adhesion contracts in the state actually confer real jurisdiction over you, the living man or woman, because they don't give you full disclosure of all these things. But that is how these cops are being told that they have this jurisdiction.
No, it isn't. Find me one example of a cop being taught that, if you really believe it. Find me one example of a cop being taught that.
A good correction, Grammarly. Yeah, I'd love to catch a ride with you to the office. Rewrite for clarity. Yeah, I would love to ride you to the office. Grammarly, I'm sure you've heard of it. You've almost certainly had...
I don't even know what Grammarly is.
That ad on your YouTube at some point, you know the ones. If you write anything on your computer, you need to get Grammarly. I've never used it, as, without meaning to boast, when I was a kid, I actually learned how to write, but apparently it's not even that good. From small grammar changes that make things clunkier, I doesn't currently have a recommending.
Oh, is it just like a chat bot that edits your shit for you? I'm good. I can talk and write.
Wrong type of you can just kindly confirm that you are a correct shipping address, even recommending recommendations that it itself then recommends not to recommend to.
Oh, great. That's funny. All right. Thank you, everyone, for hanging out. I appreciate it. Lots of fun. I'll let you know if there's any updates on the Cameron thing. I would imagine he'll do stupid shit. Because I think that's what he does best. Cool beans. Let's see who we're going to raid. Probably Tina. All right, have a wonderful evening, everyone. I'll see you tomorrow for a regular stream and then a patron-only one. So, yeah, see you later. Have a great night, everyone. Wait, why did I do I did the raid command on YouTube, too. I did it on the wrong one. That's funny. All right, have a good night, everyone. Bye-bye.